say, tell us about your quarterback. He says this guy oozes in athleticism, and his ability to run the football is the number one thing you have to take care of, but then he'll beat you down the field throwing the football. He had 300 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. That's the performance you're talking about, Tom. A record-setting performance for a quarterback for Syracuse, and he's got a big-timer on the outside to throw the football to. Amba Editao, outstanding outside receiver, transfer from Maryland. You'll see him see the football a ton today.
Dave, the hallmark for Boston College over the last several years has been defense. No different this year. They lead the conference defensively.
Yeah, great tradition. Matt Milano's a guy to line up all over the field, seek and destroy linebacker. Started out here as a safety, and then they've got a premier edge rusher in Harold Landry. Harold Landry will line up all over the field. When you talk about defense, it's been a tough week, Ronnie, preparing for this Syracuse offense.
This Syracuse offense, Arch, averages 85 plays run a game, but that's not enough for Dino Babers. He wants to run 100 plays a game to create a fifth quarter element for the defense by the number of plays they play. Now, head coach Steve Adazio said they've run 2 huddles for the defense so far during this week to try and duplicate the speed at which Syracuse runs plays. They try and get one off every 20 seconds, Arch.
I think it'll be interesting to see how much the weather effects. Has been raining all night, all day today. How much will affect the offense, and how will BC substitute to get fresh players on the field against this high-octane offense?
58 degrees at game time. Just some light breezes. Boston College won the toss, has elected to defer, and we're underway from Chestnut Hill. Up towards the 15. That'll be the return for the Orange by Riley. So we'll see Syracuse on offense to start our game. ACC football brought to you in HD by your local Tire Pros dealer. Win a VIP trip for 2 to the ACC Championship game at Continental Tires at TireProSweepstakes.com. Ready to crank up one of the best Eastern football rivalries. Again, they meet for the 50th time here at Alumni Stadium today. And Eric Dungy at the controls.
And don't blink if you're watching this Syracuse offense, because they are going to go lightning fast to run plays.
There's a flag on this first play. Dungy will throw it to no one in particular in front of that BC bench.
You're going to get a roughing the passer as well on the back end, so BC not starting very quickly. Offside, and then maybe a roughing the passer at the back end on Dungy.
Offside from the 96 defense. That foul is declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 96 defense. 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, the daily double for Ray Smith here. First of all, he's offside, and then Dungy carries out on a free play, throws it down the field, and then Ray Smith's going to finish the daily double with a hit on the quarterback that was late. A good start for Syracuse offensively to get out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
Dungy to pass. That pocket collapsing. He escapes. Dungy towards midfield. And he's knocked down into Boston College territory by Cameron Moore. Dungy running for 21 yards for the Orange.
Excellent coverage down the field by Boston College, and this is the second part of it. You cover, now you got to stay in your lanes and get the quarterback on the ground. We just talked about how Dungy ran for 100 yards against Virginia Tech a week ago, off to a good start here.
There is a penalty marker before the snap. It's going to go against the Orange.
Take a look at our Food Line Impact players for today's game. And Brisley Esteem, he'll do everything. Catch the football, return kicks. He's an outstanding player in the slot. Big-time player in the slot and the punt return game. He's averaging over 20 yards a return as Esteem as a punt returner.
Dave, another flag has littered the field.
Food Line Impact players defensively for Boston College. Truman Goodapple, he's the rock in the middle. That's what the coach calls him. He's the guy that's going to have to be good against his run game and stay in his lane. Ty Schwab leads his team in tackles, does an outstanding job. He's a tough, hard-nosed, tough linebacker. Talking to Jim Reed, their linebacker coach, or their defensive coordinator, said he is a tough, hard-nosed, old-school linebacker.
Swing is Strickland. He's up close to the 47-yard line. 6 yards on the run for Dante Strickland.
Good set by Syracuse.
Steve on the edge into Boston College territory. That's going to bring up third down for the Orange.
And here's BC trying to substitute ball on their side of the field, on their hash mark, trying to get fresh players on the field. Did a good job of substituting there.
42% on third down for the season for Syracuse. That's 9th in the ACC. As Ronnie told you, they'll average close to 86 plays per game, second most in all of the football bowl subdivision behind Houston. That pass near the 40, caught by Edatawo. Gabriel McClary came up to make the tackle. Now he's close to the 40-yard line, Dave. That's about a yard short of the first down marker.
They're going to leave the offense on the field. It's all about trying to get the first down here. Again, BC trying to get different players on the field. They're going to get caught with too many on the field. There's a flag on the play. Then we get a timeout from the BC sideline.
Goodness, we're seeing a lot of Jeff Flanagan, our referee today. Dazio told us, certainly concerned about the speed with which Syracuse plays the game.
Timeout.
So BC was able to get a timeout prior to that fourth down play. All right, time for our Carolina Ford keys to the game. BC and Syracuse with Dave Archer.
Well, pretty self-explanatory, fast and furious. They want to be furious defensively. They want to be fast on offense. They want to get after you and cause as many problems as they can. We've already seen that. For BC, time investment, that means you want to eat clock when you're on offense, but you have to score because BC feels like that Syracuse is going to put some points on the board. That time investment has to result in points. It can't just be a matter of eating clock.
Dino Babers is the first-year head coach for the Orange, his fifth year as a head coach. First game against Boston College. And that win against Virginia Tech, the first win against a nationally ranked FBS opponent in his head coaching career, had been 0 for 4 against nationally ranked opponents for Dino Babers.
We'll talk about Coach Babers throughout the day. What an interesting track he's taken time to get here to be this head guy. He has earned every opportunity, earned this opportunity to head down Syracuse.
Head coach David Reed, Eastern Illinois. 4th and 1.
Hard count.
Dungy rolls it right. His pass is deflected and knocked out of the turf at the 20.
This is where Dungy uses the hard count. Remember, he's played a lot of football, even though he's only a sophomore, played 8 games a year ago.
Defense number 93. The penalty results in a first down.
Let's see if we can pick up the Dungy hard count. Just the slap for the hands, really a lack of discipline up front for this BC defense, which is usually their calling card.
Looks like BC was able to get back in position. This one is intercepted at the 6. William Harris has the pick. Harris up the sideline. Needs a block on Dungy. Young man that can get him, and Dungy runs him out of bounds. And a flag comes out at the end of the play after Dungy made the tackle, and the players go nose to nose in that Syracuse bench area. In that Boston College, the coaches trying to keep the Eagles on their side of the field as a bit of a scuffle continues in that Boston College bench area.
Well, the important thing here now is obviously the fracas that's going on the sideline, but BC had a number of players leave the sideline. Now remember, this is all on tape. This will be something that the league will look at. You can't run off your sideline, so as much as you want to go help your brother that's on the far sideline, that's something the coaches were running out, trying to keep BC's players from running across the field. And for the most part, I give the staff a ton of credit, but it's a penalty initially on Dungy, the quarterback, as he slams Johnson to the ground out of bounds. Now, where are the unnecessary or the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties? Where are those going to fall when you start trying to sort this out?
Dave, we told you at the top of the broadcast, this is a spirited rivalry between Boston College and Syracuse. In fact, the last 10 meetings, they have split them. 5 wins for each team. And last year, went down to a last-second field goal. It was the difference and a win for the Orange at the Dome.
Just a horrible decision by Dungy to shoot it down the field. And then if John Johnson's a little impatient here, he can take this all the way to the house. He's got a blocker in front, but he's a little impatient. And then here's Dungy at the end, slams Johnson to the ground, and then actually goes over and gets in another BC guy's place. But all initiated by Eric Dungy. Really nothing here done by a BC player. Oh, there's a comment right there. I take that back. Matt Milano comes in and gets in the face a little bit of Eric Dungy. Did the officials see Milano come over? Because that's actually an unnecessary taunting call by Milano right there.
Dave Dungy was the only player who could prevent who returned for a touchdown on the interception, which was 60 yards for Boston College. But now the officiating crew, led by Jeff Flanagan, needs to sort out this situation.
And had he been patient there, though, Tom, that's a walk-in for a touchdown. He had an opportunity with two blockers out in front. He could have scored easily.
3 fouls on the play, all dead ball fouls. First fouls and personal. Number 2, Syracuse for hitting the player out of bounds and throwing him to the ground. Then we have offsetting unsportsmanlike fouls against each team for leaving the team areas and participating. The first penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down, that's where the ball will be. First down, Boston College.
Okay, the way they sorted this out, it was because it became a bit of a melee, and the officials weren't able to see Milano. See, Matt Milano, 28, is going to come in right there. Now, he gets in Dungy's face. The play is over until he gets in Dungy's face. Then Dungy reacts to Milano, who does the pratfall there and actually trying to draw a flag. Those two guys are probably the unsportsmanlike call, but there's too many people at this point now on the play. They went ahead and offset the unsportsmanlike calls, went ahead and went with the penalty, was the original penalty on Dungy for the hit out of bounds.
So for BC, they will spot the ball just inside the 15-yard line.
And I think from an officiating standpoint, about as good you could have done there. I think they did a really good job. That could have been really a nasty situation. Officials did a good job of getting it under control.
So Boston College, which is 3-3 on the season, have not played since a loss against Clemson here at Alumni Stadium. This is on the left side, and Davon Jones, redshirt freshman, with a 5-yard carry.
Our Food Line Impact players today, BC offensively, Tommy swinging in, love this kid, sophomore tight end, can do it all, block, catch the ball. And this is an area he'll come into play down here in the red zone. And Davon Jones, the redshirt freshman, starts. John Hillman, their #1 running back, out with an ankle injury. So Davon Jones, the freshman, will carry the load.
Jones is the second leading rusher on the team, averaging almost 5 yards per carry this season in replacement of Hillman. Jones goes up the middle for a minimal gain, if at all. In fact, no gain officially. As we go to our Food Line Impact players, the orange on D.
Two outstanding linebackers on the interior. Now, Paris Bennett, a little bit undersized at 208, but he runs and hits, leads the team in tackles, does an outstanding job going sideline to sideline, and then the featured guy in the middle, Zaire Franklin, as good a linebacker as there is in the conference. And how about linebacker play when we got one of the greats in the game, Luke Kuechly, in the building today? How about having good linebacker play? Zaire Franklin is the definition of that.
3rd and 5 for Boston College. Just 46% of this situation. Near the bottom of the conference, Toles lofts it to the end zone, and it's too high for his receiver. It was Jeff Smith back there. There is a flag on the play.
But Toles could have run this in, Tom, for a touchdown. But saw Jeff Smith along the back line.
Penalty to the illegal forward pass. Number 8 on the offense. He was beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw the forward pass. 5-yard penalty.
If nothing else, he certainly could have run for the first down. You see our yellow line there. That gives you an idea where the first down is. He could have easily run in. There's the blue line, tells you line of scrimmage. Remember, it's the ball, not the body. The ball was across the line of scrimmage. Smith tries to make a circus catch on the back line. Toles is to be kicking himself when he sees the film tomorrow on this one. He could have walked in probably. He certainly would have had a first down for BC.
So this will be a field goal attempt of 30 yards by Mike Knoll, who is 3 for 3 on the season for Boston College. The junior from Copley, Ohio, opens the scoring for the Eagles. So they turn the interception into 3 points, and Boston College scores first.
This defense has had a tough week getting ready for this high-powered offense. How do you stop them? You take it away. John Johnson sets the table. BC leads.
You never know when the moment will strike, and when it does, you want to be ready. Mellow Mushroom's craft pizza, beer, and cocktails can help you enjoy a more satisfying eating experience. Mellow Mushroom is safe for daily use. If you find yourself sitting in a Mellow Mushroom for more than 4 hours, you may want to go home and come back another day. Mellow Mushroom is not for everyone. Just kidding, it is. Ask your doctor about Mellow Mushroom. He may want to come with you.
By 2050, We'll need twice the food from the same acreage to feed the world. That's going to take serious innovation. I'm John, research agronomist at Coke. We're challenging ourselves to create more advanced fertilizers that deliver nutrients to our crops more efficiently while respecting our environment, so farmers can apply less and grow more. We are Coke.
Slowly getting faster. Once I started counting, it's wearing on, baby.
I'm 90% sure the car's moving.
It is so exciting. I could talk forever. Counting till I brought 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love counting.
Lease a new 2017 Toyota RAV4 XLE for $229 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
ACC football is brought to you by Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza. By your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. By Progressive Insurance. By Coke. And by Tire Pros.
The Eagles walking towards Alumni Stadium this morning before the game, and there's Luke Kuechly, who will be honored at halftime. His jersey will be retired. You saw Doug Flutie, the Heisman Trophy winner. His number 22 is retired here at Alumni Stadium, and they will be here to honor Luke Kuechly at halftime. Big interception day. William Harris had it, and they turned it into 3 points.
Yeah, we screwed that up. William Harris is the guy that intercepted that. Apologize to the Harris family and get him his due. Outstanding return.
This is Riley. Bit of a crease at the 20. And then dropped at the 25-yard line. 18-yard return. Our first update of the day to our Charlotte studios at Katie Witham.
Thanks, Tom. Our Hardy's update takes us to Louisville, and off they go.
Lamar Jackson's 74-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Smith. Did Bobby Petrino get their attention the open day? I think so.
Guys, Lamar Jackson with over 160 yards in the first quarter. They're up 17-0. Tom, Dave?
You guys sound surprised back there.
Shouldn't be. Top offense in the country, top scoring offense in the country. They average over 600 yards per game for the Cardinals. That ball was on the turf for a moment. Dungy regathers and goes out of bounds just beyond the 25.
Ronnie, we were down on the field talking about the weather, and the weather is starting to cause a bit of a problem. Dungy fumbles a snap there.
Arch, it's just enough to be annoying. It's a steady miss that no matter what they do with the ball, as soon as they put it on the ground, there's a nice little glaze on it, so it makes it tough to handle on a day like today.
That run goes nowhere for the Orange. A loss of 2. Strickland ran it, but Zach Allen was there to make sure he went nowhere. Number 2 for the Eagles. Also number 10, Ty Schwab.
You could sense talking to the BC people yesterday, Tom, that there was a little bit of chip on their shoulder. Nobody giving them much of a chance to stop this high-powered Syracuse offense. They're getting after them right now physically.
Syracuse is 3rd of the conference. They average 480 yards per game. Had 561 in the win against Virginia Tech last week, 31-17. Dungy on the move. Throws it downfield. It is near the 40 and caught. Steve Ishmael makes the grab, leaping for the Orange.
Well, the difficult part about this is keeping Dungy hemmed in. You see Ishmael at the top of the screen, decides to scramble drill. When my quarterback scrambles out, I'm going to go deep. Excellent throw by Dungy on the move. High point catch by Ishmael on the back end.
40 yards on that play for the Orange, and now Steve Ishmael, 20 straight games with a catch for the junior from Miami, Florida, off the arm of Eric Dungy. This will be Strickland. To the line.
It's an area of the game that, in talking to Dino Babers before the game, it has been didn't like the way they were running the ball. It's going to be a long day when you start trying to run the ball against the Boston College defense. They are very good at taking away that part of the game and making you one-dimensional.
Syracuse near the bottom of the conference when it comes to rushing offense. 134 yards per game, that is 12th in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Second down for the Orange. Dungy wants to throw. Sliding catch made just short of the marker at the 27-yard line. 9 yards, and it's Ishmael again, number 8 in white.
Excellent protection to give Dungy an opportunity to wait on Ishmael on the outside and come back to the ball.
Third and short for Syracuse, moving quickly. Dungy gets it away, and the flat's complete. Ishmael has the first down, and more, diving inside the 15-yard line. It's Steve Ishmael for Syracuse.
One of the reasons that Boston College has had a problem is they've blown coverage or made some mistakes on the back end. This time, 2 ran within a towel down the field. No one at home with Ishmael on the outside.
They got 15 yards on the previous play. They will lose yardage on this one. Ray Smith, Zach Allen combining on a stop of Eric Dungy.
That quarterback draw all the way for Dungy and just didn't get any no hat on Ray Allen and coming through the middle. Ray Smith. Big hit right through the middle on the quarterback.
Dungy is the second leading rusher for this Orange team. We saw some movement along the line, what we've seen a lot of in the first period. Penalty markers on the field.
False start. Offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's a third false start against the Orange in the red zone. 62% for Dino Babers.
Yeah, that's an area Dino Babers is not pleased with. When you get the ball in that scoring zone, want more touchdowns. And 62% under that number they're looking for. They'd like to get that up over 70%.
Dungy up the middle, broke a couple of tackles, trying to lunge for that 10-yard line, comes up a little bit short, but he got 8 on the dancing run from Eric Dungy.
And Eric Dungy, the sophomore, banged up some last year running with the football. He's done a nice job of staying on the field this year, but he takes some risks in the run game. It'll be interesting to see as his career develops. If he gets down on the ground a little more, took a couple big shots right there, too.
Dungy over the middle, that's incomplete. Flag comes out. He was looking for Irvin Phillips, number 3 over the middle, but again, there is a flag on the play.
This ball slipped out of his hand, Tom. That's about what Roddy was talking about, that glaze on the football. This was not going to be caught.
Holding. Defense number 26. Penalty will be half the distance to the goal. Carries a first down.
Sliding in from the right side of your screen here. See the ball just kind of squirt out of the hand of Dungy. And Phillips really had no chance to catch the ball, but good call by the official. Certainly was a defender. The defender was on Phillips who came to the inside.
Rice was whistled for the penalty. First and goal for the Orange, trailing 3-0. 7:44 to go in the first.
And Tom, to be a good red zone offense, we showed you those numbers. You got to be able to run the ball down here.
Dungy gets inside the 5-yard line. Spot him at the 4. Truman Goodapple making the stop, and 2 yards for Dungy.
You've got to, as an offense, you've got to try to get teams to commit resources to around the ball to stop the run, which frees receivers up to the outside.
On the edge, toward the end zone, and in. Irvin Phillips has the score for the Orange.
And really pretty well defended. But Syracuse finds a way to get in the end zone. They've got a number of people on their team that can make plays in space. Here's Phillips to the outside. Milano's there, misses the tackle. You get another missed tackle there because Phillips dancing into the end zone. So Syracuse, they've got a lot of playmakers around the field. We saw Ishmael make the big catch down the field, the big receiver. And then when they're diminutive receivers in the slot, Phillips is able to push it in.
Cole Murphy with the extra point, the hero of last year's game. The first points of the game for the Orange. Dungy with the TD pass.
Steve Ishmael goes high to set the table. And then Phillips dances into the end zone. Syracuse leads.
Tailgating is awesome. Unless you're wearing 4-inch heels. The Bojangles Big Bowl Box has everything you need for a great tailgate party. Anything else, just trying too hard.
Grab a Bojangles Big Bowl Box and feed the whole group with chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. Bojangles, it's Bo time.
Fight heartburn fast with Tums Chewy Delights. The mouthwatering soft chew that goes to work in seconds to conquer heartburn fast. Chewy Delights, only from Tums.
It's college game time, and Tire Pros is giving you the chance to win tires and a VIP experience with a trip to the ACC Football Championship game and the road to the championship sweepstakes. Enter today at TirePros.sweepstakes.com.
There are sales, and then there's the City Mattress Fall Clearance Event. Up to 50% off everything you need to sleep, from mattresses, adjustable beds, to bedroom furniture. You can depend on City Mattress to deliver the same great quality, service, and selection you know us for, but now with our best prices of the year. Everything you need to sleep at our Fall Clearance Event going on now. Come in today to find out why it's called the Event of the Year.
Make the Golf and Casual Shop your destination for pro-line golf equipment and casual clothing. We are Fort Myers' only authorized Callaway fitting studio. Using Doppler radar technology, our trained professional staff will fit you to the correct ball and clubs with unparalleled accuracy. We have the industry's finest precision loft and line machines. Your set will be at the exact degree to ensure you are playing at your best. The Golf and Casual Shop, where the pros go. First in golf since 1971. The Golf and Casual Shop, only in Fort Myers.
It's bowl time across the ACC on this football Saturday in the fall. It's bowl time at Bojangles. Grab a big bowl box. Feed the whole group with Bojangles chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. Remember, it's always bowl time when you're tailgating. The Orange with a 7-3 lead. ACC football presented by Mellow Mushroom. They have changed the scoring play, Dave, for the Orange. They are ruling in Irvin Phillips on a rushing touchdown as Dungy sent it out to his right.
And shoot the ball to the outside, a ball thrown behind where the receiver stands, so it equates to a lateral or essentially an extended pitch play. Phillips, excellent job of making two DC defenders miss to get the injury.
Cole Murphy kicks it away. 5 yards deep, and Willis will stay there. Here's around the ACC, presented by Mattress Firm. Thursday, what a performance by Virginia Tech after getting beat big by this Syracuse team at the Dome a week ago.
Yeah, they regrouped, did an excellent job. Buck Foster's defense, it was smothering, had 8 sacks in the game. Of course, Louisville off to an unbelievable start again. I guess not unbelievable, really. That's who Louisville has become. They had a week off and they're ready to go, and they certainly are laying it on the Wolfpack. Coming up, that huge game, the oldest Southern college football rivalry, North Carolina and Virginia.
And we will see NC State next week as these Eagles travel to Raleigh, North Carolina. That is Michael Walker trying to get around the corner and goes out of bounds. Short of the 30-yard line, he got 4 yards on the play.
Well, BC wants to make this a physical game. They want to try to hit the Syracuse defense in the mouth repeatedly. They want it to be a physical football game. So that means they want to run the football, but to do that, they're going to have to be successful on first down, which they were on that play. 5 yards, exactly what they're looking for.
Coach Dazio's team this season 0-3 in conference play. In fact, their last ACC win came against the Orange here at Alumni Stadium to close out the 2014 season. Patrick Tolles has the time, going deep down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Tolles was looking for Jeff Smith.
Excellent coverage by Corey Winfield, the corner. He was right in the hip pocket of Smith, the wide receiver. Play action fake. Want to take a shot. That's what you generally try to do. Try to pull a team in with a play action fake and get the one-on-one matchup on the outside. So you like this shot. Now you got to come back on third down and convert. This is an area where Boston College on offense has struggled. 36% coming in on third down conversions. This is a big opportunity here. This is a third median type opportunity.
Patrick Tolles, the graduate transfer from Kentucky, a quarterback for BC, has to step up on third down, trying to do it himself. the open field tackle.
You got to know where you are. He has an opportunity to dive for the first down here. This is another where he loses where he is on the field. No reason to shake right there. You got to dive across the 35 for the first down. He gets stopped short. Bennett makes a big-time play, but Bennett's a 210-pound linebacker. That's a 240-pound quarterback. You got to put your head down to get that first down.
Normal punting. Grizzly to Steen waiting. Steen, the best among active players in the football bowl subdivision as far as punt return average. Almost 20 yards per return. Has to range to his left from the 25. A Steen. Room to run. A Steen into Boston College territory. And a return of 41 yards by Grizzly Steen. And we'll be back after word from your local ACC station.
What do you call a guy who's excited about the weather at 4:30 in the morning? What do you call a guy who reports live all night long from the middle of a hurricane?
Meteorologist Matt Devitt.
Meteorologist Matt Devitt.
Meteorologist Matt Devitt.
Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt. Mornings on Wink News.
Hillary Clinton won't change Washington. She's been there 30 years. Taxes went up, terrorism spread, jobs vanished. But special interests and Washington insiders thrived. Donald Trump will turn Washington upside down. Day one. Real change that puts Americans first. A vote for Hillary is a vote for more of the same. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote for change that makes America great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
The tailgater omelet.
Tailgater omelet, you got it.
No, you got it. You can do this, kid. Now go get him. Woo!
Heads up, guy table 10's little.
Get your game face on for Perkins' new Gridiron Grits. Tailgate favorites like the Game Day Gouda Burger, the Gridiron Ribs, or maybe run the option griddle platter.
Love it. He's taking it to the house. Nice.
It all comes together at Perkins. Want even more great food at great prices? Try our Great Plates menu with items from $4 to $8.
Here comes the fun with Sea-Doo. From the affordable Sea-Doo Spark to the ultimate in comfort, luxury, and performance. Fun starts at just $47.99, plus other great offers in store. Visit your Sea-Doo dealer today.
Find your ride today at Florida Motorsports. Visit fl-motorsports.com.
We love using Storia Marble and Granite. We would recommend them to anyone who wants a family-owned business that pays close attention to detail and provides excellent customer service.
Visit us at 6181 Metro Plantation Road or at StoriaMarbleandGranite.com.
You're watching ACC football presented by Mellow Mushroom. Today's coverage of ACC football is being broadcast on AFN, the American Forces Network. We welcome the men and women of the U.S. Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines stationed around the globe in 175 countries and on the high seas. So proud to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast.
Now we talked about food line impact players, and Grizzly Steve is one of those guys. How he can flip the field with the punt return ability, averaging 21-6 coming in. And he did it right there. Create a short field opportunity for the Syracuse offense.
27-yard return for Steen. It's the orange on the VC side of the field. Dungy flips it out. It is caught. Tawo inside the 30. They'll mark him out close to the 28-yard line. 21 yards on the play.
This guy's an amazing story. Transfers in from Maryland. He's had an unbelievable season. Great job of working back to the football. Then you see he's physical on the back end at 6'2", 210 pounds. What a great story he's been for Syracuse.
Dungy wants to take off. Dungy upended at the 22-yard line by Matt Milano. And those two have already gotten together today here at Chestnut Hill.
I had a conversation with Sean Riley, number 10, the receiver, saying, hey, you need to get a little bit more block for me on this. But Milano, one of those seek and destroy linebackers, and this is the guy he's been looking up after that play to start the game. Pretty good hit by Matt Milano.
5 yards of a run by Dungy. With trigger. Caught near the first down marker by Tawo. Him down to Ronnie.
Arch already talked about the fact that Tawo transferred from Maryland, but before that was born to Nigerian parents in Oman. You see a fumble on the play.
Ronnie, I think BC recovered, and they did. It's Matt Milano, so there was trouble on the
shaken up after the play, too. Fumbled the snap. Ronnie's been talking about how there's a little bit of a mist in the air, little plays on the ball. This is going to slip out of the hands of Dungy, and Milano just bursts into the backfield and recovers the football. Big turnover. Second takeaway now for this BC defense. And we'll get back to the Editalo story and get back to Ronnie at some point, because it really is a cool story about the big-time receiver for Syracuse.
So you can see the Orange, the turnover troubles continue today with the interception, and now the fumble on the center quarterback exchange. This is Davon Jones. Squirts through the line and gets 3. Davon Jones, Dave, is a redshirt freshman. He's been a great addition to this BC lineup. He's 5'10", 214. He's from Worcester, Massachusetts, and St. John's High School in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts.
You know a little bit about that?
I do know that school, yes. Full disclosure, I graduated from St. John's High School in Shrewsbury a long time ago, Dave.
So Davon Jones is the second most famous guy to come out of St. John's.
New quarterback in there for Boston College is Jeff Smith. He changes direction. He says Smith close to a first down for BC.
Yeah, jumped in, gets Smith in. He started 3 games a year ago at quarterback. I'm sorry, 9 games. Played 9 games. He started 3 of them, so Smith very accustomed to be behind the quarterback or behind center. It's a late flag there come in. BC had the first down on the Smith run. Maybe a little more tacked on here.
Play back first down. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 95 on the defense. That's his first unsportsmanlike conduct. Penalty is 15 yards.
Chris Slayton is the defensive tackle that's flagged for the unsportsmanlike conduct. But Smith jumping in and out, that's something that they're going to continue to do, try to get that run game cranked up. And Jeff had a heck of a day against the Syracuse team a year ago, Tom, when he rushed for over 117 yards a year ago against Syracuse. Now it's the quarterback.
Yeah, 9 penalties so far combined between the teams. Razzle-dazzle from BC. This is Smith. Up near the 50 for Jeff Smith, and he got 5 yards on the play for Boston College.
Well, Jeff Smith, quarterback, came in as a quarterback, played some last year, a lot of injuries to BC quarterbacks, but has made the transition to receiver, and this BC staff really high on what Jeff Smith may bring to the table, still learning to be a wide receiver. You see his numbers as the quarterback a year ago. I mentioned 117 yards rushing in this game a year ago, but they feel like the top end for him is really high as far as a receiver goes.
Jones will run it into Orange territory. He'll get a couple. Davon Ellison, one of the game captains for Syracuse, makes the tackle for the Orange.
Now, this is an area now for their big quarterback, Patrick Tolles, where they need his tight end, Tommy Sweeney, to come in. Number 89, an accomplished receiver, just a sophomore, but he's a guy that would work well in this area when you start talking about converting and trying to move the chains. Sweeney lined up the bottom of the screen right there in the tight formation.
Tolles on the run, right up the middle. So not a lot on 3rd down for Patrick Tolles. Zaire Franklin, right in the center of that Syracuse defense, makes the stop, the junior.
Just trying to come off the ball and push Syracuse back. This was part of what they want to do from a physical standpoint. You get the big quarterback, try to get him downhill. Nice play by Zaire Franklin. Talking about linebacker play, and that's one of the best right there in the ACC, Zaire Franklin.
Franklin first on the team in tackles for loss, with 7.5 this season for Syracuse.
10 tackles a week ago in their win over Virginia Tech.
Noel punts for Boston College. Esteem, and then it bounced inside the 5, and it goes into the end zone. 47-yard punt. We're back to our studio in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Thanks, Tom. Our Hardy's update takes us back to Thursday night, and Gerard Evanston doing what he does.
Listen, the young man is in complete control of their offense, second on their team in rushing, 4.9 yards per carry, one of his 3 touchdowns rushing.
That was a 34-yarder, the final 37-16.
Katie, thank you.
Talking about domination now from a yardage standpoint. 316-2. It's crazy.
First and 10 for the Orange from the 20-yard line. slight delay. Strickland runs into a roadblock. Maybe one for Strickland.
I've really only seen one big explosive play. It was the Dungy escape out of the pocket, found out Ishmael down the sideline. Both defenses have been dictating a little bit here so far.
Second down for Dungy. Pressure coming, and Eric Dungy is sacked. Sharif Bryce, number 26, has the sack for Boston College.
Tom, he comes from a long way to make this play. Dungy actually has time. He's out here. Going to come off. I'm sorry, right here. Sorry, going to come right here. Circle everybody. If you circle everybody, you're going to at least get one of them right. But Bryce comes from that inside back, and it took a long time to get there. So Dungy had time to get it out. So give the back end of this defense the BC credit for staying on coverage.
A loss of 9, 3rd and 18. For the Orange, they'll go conservative to Strickland up the middle. And it gets just beyond the 15-yard line. Could be the final play of this first quarter. 4 yards for Strickland. Kevin Cadillac makes the tackle for Boston College.
Talk about BC defensively. They have answered the call. They've given up one touchdown drive, but they've taken the ball away twice. They've made it kind of a slugfest type game, which is exactly what Steve Adazio wants from his football team.
1 quarter complete in this chapter of one of the best Eastern College football rivalries. Boston College at Syracuse. Second quarter, straight ahead on the ACC Network.
Welcome you, Todd. This is a classic. Double meat and cheese, grilled onions, Thousand Island. You know I get 20% of that.
Introducing the Hardee's Classic for just $2.49 at Hardee's.
I had that dream again. That I was on the Icelandic game show. Everyone knows me for discounts like Safe Driver and paperless billing, but nobody knows the box behind the discount. Oh, it's like my father always told me. Put that down. That's expensive. Of course I save people an average of nearly $600, but who's gonna save me? And that's when I realized I'm allergic to wasabi. Well, I feel better.
It's been 5 minutes.
Talk about progress.
Okay.
I did not email any classified material.
Really?
The FBI said that there were 110 classified emails that were exchanged.
Hillary lied. And another lie.
I respect the Second Amendment.
But behind closed doors, Hillary told little elites.
The Supreme Court is wrong on the Second Amendment.
Hillary will lie about anything to get elected. The NRA Institute for Legislative Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hi, remember me? Stop. I admit I'm kind of past my prime. But do you know what's really past its prime? Your old mattress.
It is?
Because after 8 years, an old mattress contains years of dead skin, sweat, and dust mites.
Yeah.
And just like I shouldn't pose shirtless anymore.
You could.
Seriously, Ben? You don't belong in a mattress over 8. So check your tag. If it's over 8, it's time to replace. At Mattress Firm.
Welcome. Hi. Today we're going to be comparing these two truck beds. Let's start over here with this aluminum bed. Put your toolbox up here.
Whoa, that's a big hole. That is unbelievable.
Now let's check out the roll-formed steel bed of the Silverado. Same angle, same empty toolbox.
Took it way better. The steel held up.
It's truck month. Make a strong decision. Find your tag and get over $11,000 total value on this Silverado All-Star.
Silverado proof. It is the toughest truck here.
There are sales, and then there's the City Mattress Fall Clearance Event. Up to 50% off everything you need to sleep, from mattresses, adjustable beds, to bedroom furniture. You can depend on City Mattress to deliver the same great quality, service, and selection you know us for, but now with our best prices of the year. Everything you need to sleep at our Fall Clearance Event going on now. Come in today to find out why it's called the Event of the Year.
Cool moment here at Alumni Stadium with Syracuse leads to 3. Mike Ruth, Tony Thurman flanking, the great Doug Flutie, the Heisman Trophy winner. Those guys, 3 of the greats of all time. See Flutie getting into it with the fans. Oh, what a great moment for the fans to see that one of the legendary players in college football, not just in BC history. And I had a chance to tangle that guy. He and I spent some time in the Canadian League against one another. I don't think I've ever met a guy more competitive than Doug Flutie.
Off Richter will punt for Syracuse. Tyler Rouse, the deep man. Rouse backing up from the 31. Eludes the first man. A second. And then Rouse dropped too shy of the 40-yard line. 51 yards on the punt. About 6 on the return. Our first quarter stats brought to you by Nicorette Minis.
Now, the total yards would tell you that Syracuse is blowing this game wide open, but the BC defense has been opportunistic. The 2 takeaways have thwarted the opportunity to Syracuse of maybe moving out, and the penalties have been a story for both teams.
Good start for Boston College. They had given up Dave coming into the game 56 points in the first quarter of this season, allowing just 7 to the Orange in the first quarter. Now they'll go on offense. Patrick Tolles. This big game of the season came against Buffalo, threw for 234 yards and a couple of TDs and a win for Boston College, which is 3-3 on the season, but 0-3 in conference play and 2-1 here at Alumni Stadium.
Like a discussion about the clock here at Alumni Stadium.
The end zone clocks are correct. First down.
Confirmation from Jeff Flanagan. Our 1st and 10 line brought to you by the North Carolina Education Lottery, celebrating 10 years and over $4.5 billion raised for education. Tolles dumps it off, incomplete. Looking for Bobby Wolford, number 36, and a senior from Jacksonville, Florida. Could not grab it.
Trying to take the short throw. Sweeney is wide open for Tolles. And Tolles struggling to fit, just kind of find his rhythm in the game. Came in only completing just over 50% of his passes. That's bothered him. 0 for 2 throwing the football. He's missed a couple of open receivers. Need to get the quarterback going here for BC. They like the run game. The run game's pounding and being physical. Gotta get your quarterback involved.
Callanan moving in motion for BC. Drop it off. Jones trying to hustle to the sideline, and he's tracked down by Zaire Franklin. What pursuit? 3 yards on the carry by Jones.
Now, Zaire Franklin led this team in tackles a year ago. He's number 2 by only 1 tackle this year. Avoids the block, steps inside. You see the speed to go sideline to sideline. Zaire Franklin tracks down Jones, puts him on the ground, and now forces the 3rd and long and 3rd and 7.
The redshirt freshman from Boston College coming to the sideline. BC trailing 7-3. Early moments of the second quarter. We're on the ACC network, and 3rd and 7 for Boston College. From the 41. Tolles escapes for the moment. Throws on the run, and it's incomplete. That's right near the marker, trying to hit Rouse with a rocket that went through his hands.
A little bit of a delayed blitz by Franklin. Zaire Franklin's going to come late. Looked like he was lined up in coverage, came late. Forces just no one to throw the ball to. Very well covered here by Syracuse as the quarterback escapes to the right. He virtually throws it away, trying to find a receiver along the sideline. Really not much of a chance. Good job of Franklin to force him off his spot and force an errant throw.
Steve, the deep man, at his 21. Punt from Noel. Fair catch and made successfully right near the 20, a 39-yard punt for Boston College.
Now there's legends that live here at Alumni Stadium, and none bigger than Doug Flutie in the Hail Mary pass against the U. It's Syracuse right now by 4.
Mellow Mushroom Stone Baked Pizza is clinically proven to improve your mood and leave you with a full belly. Ask your doctor about Mellow Mushroom. She may want to come with you again and again and again.
When you need tires, you don't need a hassle. Trust the pros at Tire Pros. Get the right tires at the right price without being pushed into buying something you don't need. Take the hassle out of tire buying. Find your local dealer at TirePros.com.
I was out here smoking instead of being there for my son's winning shot. That was it for me. That's why I'm quitting with Nicorette. Only Nicorette Mini has a patented fast-dissolving formula. It starts to relieve sudden cravings fast. Every great why needs a great how.
Watson, strike to the end zone, touchdown.
We're live. We're streaming live on Facebook. Facebook Live. I'm here with the new head coach of the Miami Hurricanes.
By 2050, we'll need twice the food from the same acreage to feed the world. That's going to take serious innovation. I'm John, research agronomist at Coke. We're challenging ourselves to create more advanced fertilizers that deliver nutrients to our crops more efficiently while respecting our environment so farmers can apply less and grow more. We are Coke.
Every journey starts somewhere. Have the power of a 395 horsepower Hemi V8 to finish it. With America's longest lasting pickups, you always hit the ground running. And with a coil-link rear suspension, keep the ground from hitting back, so you can cover a whole lot more of it. Get the power of lasting performance now during Ram Power Days. Get 20% off MSRP cash allowance for an average of $11,155 in savings on select Ram 1500 Longhorn Crew Cab models in dealer stock.
ACC football is being brought to you by New York Life. With the right guidance, everyone can be good at life. By Coyote Tractor. By Hardee's. And by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
The Heisman Trophy won by Doug Flutie in 1984. That famous pass to Gerard Phelan against Miami. 47-45 on the last play of the game. And look at Flutie, still such a huge hero here at Alumni Stadium. Some high fives for the fans here at the stadium.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you speechless, but when we arrived here at Alumni Stadium to talk to the coaches, Doug Flutie was here. And he had very much like this.
That's what I did.
He had the picture. Did you hold? You held his hand.
Wait, our executive producer Rob Reckley took the photo of me and Doug Flutie next to the Heisman Trophy.
It was a little uncomfortable when you wanted to hold his hand.
I don't remember that day, but it was all blur. It was such a great moment.
It was cool.
What a nice guy. I mean, he shared a few moments with us. How excited he was to be back to campus, especially to support Luke Kuechly, whose jersey will be retired at halftime.
Yeah, he's very much involved here in the community.
Dungy lets it fly. There's a flag on the play, and it is incomplete. There's a diving attempt back there by William Harris, who already has an interception in this game, but again, we have to check on the penalty flag.
Offside. Defense number 7. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Let's go down to the sidelines and check in with Roddy Jones.
Tom, we started to talk about the story of Amba Edetawa, who's the son of Nigerian parents. He was actually born in Oman, and his parents won a visa lottery to bring him over to Atlanta, Georgia in 1999, where he fell in love with the Super Bowl Falcons team, the Dirty Birds. His brother, Eda Edetawa, was the first one to start playing, committed to play at Clemson before an enlarged heart ended his career short. But Amba certainly continuing the legacy that his brother started and having a great year so far. You guys have gone through it, but a great story. Amba Edetawa coming over to the United States and playing some football.
Well, another flag, procedure penalty this time on Syracuse, but get the ball here. Amba Edetawa, as Roddy just described, a great story. McEachern High School, Powder Springs, Georgia. You look at his numbers, 3 years at Maryland. You see the numbers. He's done that in 7 games with Syracuse. Unbelievable. And I don't know whether it's an indictment on somebody that might have been calling plays for him when he was at Maryland or what's going on, but he has had an incredible year with the Orange.
This is Dungy on the run. Dungy breaks it outside. First down and more, and into BC territory, out inside the 45-yard line for Dungey, and 26 yards on the run.
Yeah, just an option play here, and it's an option keep by the quarterback. He's gonna keep it. He had a pitch back, step to the inside. We talked about how Dino Davis loves his athleticism. You see it right there.
Syracuse snaps it quickly, as they are wont to do. That pass up near the first down marker, just short of it, and it's Irvin Phillips. He is responsible for the Syracuse touchdown so far this afternoon on a 3-yard run.
There's the play clock. They like to run a play within the 20 seconds, which they did right there. They got it off. About 15, 16 seconds.
And Ottawa, first down and more for Syracuse. Just to add the story of Bamba and Ottawa, Dave, twice this season, he has had receiving games over 200 yards at UConn against Colgate. Just the third player in the history of the ACC to do that.
It's an incredible story. You saw the numbers at Maryland and down here at Syracuse. He's been amazing.
O'Neal, delay. BC swallows it up. Down to the 23-yard line, John Johnson, number 9 on the stop for Boston College, and that's 3 yards on the ground for Syracuse.
Syracuse has been bending, BC's been bending defensively, but they've been able to come up with a play to get themselves off the field. They're forced to have that situation again.
Dungey up to 124 yards passing. He's had some key rushes as well. Dungey escapes the rush from Boston College, tucks and runs, and slides down near the 15. Coming up to meet him was Tajamir Torres.
Well, Grice, the linebacker who made a play earlier in the game on the blitz, just overruns Dungey. Dungey fakes like he's going to throw it, pulls it down, and runs for a first down. So if you're going to rush this kid, you better come in under control or he'll duck under you and really hurt you in the run game.
Dungey got 8 yards and a first down for the Orange. We go inside 11.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. That pass is behind his intended receiver, Steve Ishmael.
Yeah, feet went dead that time for Dungey. Got a little bit lazy with his feet, which didn't correspond with his arm. Just got an arm throw through behind Ishmael, but just a lot of weapons for this Syracuse team.
Orange used co-offensive coordinators in Sean Lewis and Mike Lynch, both in their first season. Alongside first-year head coach Dino Babers, the Orange trying to hit 100 plays for the game, 28 so far. Strickland. Down to the 10-yard line for Dante Strickland and 5 yards.
There's one of those moments when, as a defense, you're looking to force third down. Can you get off the field? It's a BC defense, and you count all their games, 6 games, they're 30% teams are converting on third down. So this is an area they've been really strong this season. Can they find a way to get off the field?
Orange 2 for 5 on third down. 4 receivers set, now 5 receivers set across the middle, and caught Irvin Phillips into the end zone, and the Orange has scored again.
He gets isolated in the slot against the linebacker, but an excellent read by Dungey. Dungey's done a nice job of distributing the ball all day long to Dungey's left. He realizes Phillips is isolated on the linebacker, Grice. He wins to the inside on the slant. Watch the little move, gets him inside. That's the area where he had no help. Grice had no help to the inside. He allowed Phillips to beat him across his face. Excellent throw by Dungey, and the second touchdown of the game for Syracuse.
5th receiving touchdown of the season for Phillips, and Eric Dungey now 13 TD passes.
Over 400 yards of total offense a week ago. Pitched right up where he left off against Virginia Tech. He finds Phillips, and Syracuse is rolling on offense.
Don't pay for this, don't stress good. Look at the discounts that you need. Safe driver, accident-free. Everybody put your flaps in the air for me. Don't pay for this, don't stress good. Look at the discounts that you need. Safe driver, accident-free.
I can't lip sync in these conditions.
Oh, yeah.
A
As your agent, I want to welcome you, Todd. You hungry? Todd's hungry. You like burgers?
I like burgers.
Of course you do. This is a classic. Double meat and cheese, grilled onions, Thousand Island.
Can I talk to you?
Absolutely. Thanks for the burger.
You know I get 10% of that. It's a joke. I get 20% of that.
Woo!
They're not allowed to shop with me.
Introducing the Hardee's Classic for just $2.49 at Hardee's.
Smart technology can help you make the most of family time. It can bring you together in bold new ways and help create unforgettable moments. And now, the energy that powers smart technology is smart too. With FPL's online energy dashboard, you can view your energy use over time and check how changes in temperature affect your bill. And with the free online home energy survey, you'll find new ways to save up to $250 a year. Visit fpl.com/easy to save and start today.
Hi, this is Emily Culverhouse.
I'm Zach Kovacs.
If you are in Southwest Florida for the season or here year-round,
You can trust Holiday AC Services for any air conditioning heating needs.
Holiday AC Services has been serving Southwest Florida for 30 years.
Holiday can handle simple service to any size repairs, sales, and installation of new energy-efficient room ACs.
Holiday AC Services, a Rheem Pro partner, licensed and bonded. Call them today at 437-7823 for fast, friendly, and professional service.
Call Holiday AC Services today. Hey.
You are watching the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports. Also streaming live on the ACC.com and on the official ACC mobile app. The ACC Network now available to 88 million TV households. And here in Chestnut Hill, that rain has intensified, Roddy. It's getting more saturated down the field.
Tom, it got dark really quickly here, which was a sign that we were about to get pelted by rain. And yeah, it's coming down pretty steady now.
Syracuse with the 14-3 lead against BC. Taken by Willis. Using the entire field. Miles Willis! Willis trying to win the race to the end zone, and he will do it! Touchdown, Eagles! Special teams. Noel for the extra point. 89 yards, Miles Willis. And Dave, that is the second time that Miles Willis has run one back against the Orange. He did it back in 2014 with 89 yards on that one. And we'll be back after word from your local ACC station.
When you walk out that door, it's go time. Get your game face on with Wink News this morning and the team you trust to get up to date.
You might want to think about leaving the house a little bit early.
Up to speed.
This is happening now.
Up to the minute you're up. Wink News this morning.
The tailgater omelet.
Tailgater omelet. You got it.
No, you got it. You can do this, kid. Now go get him. Woo!
Heads up, guy table 10's little.
Get your game face on for Perkins' new Gridiron Grits. Tailgate favorites like the Game Day Gouda Burger, the Gridiron Ribs, or maybe run the option griddle platter.
Here you are.
Love it. He's taking it to the house. Nice.
It all comes together at Perkins. Want even more great food at great prices? Try our Great Plates menu with items from $4 to $8.
Falling asleep is one thing, but what about waking up? People often ask me, what is enlightenment? For me, enlightenment is being awake. It's seeking that deep connection in one's inner life. Prana sleep, amazing sleep.
Auf geht's zu diesen Munich and Cancun.
Hi, I'm Scarlett. It's time for Southwest Florida's biggest party of the year, the German American Social Club. I can't wait to meet you at the biggest and best Oktoberfest ever. There will be fabulous German food and beer, music in our big tent and Bavarian gardens, and lots for the kids to do. Plus, you don't want to miss the drawings for fantastic prizes. Ein Vorsitz der Gemütlichkeit. See you there.
Bring your family.
Bring your appetite.
And sample some of the best Lee County's top restaurants have to offer.
There's something for every taste at the 3rd annual Wink Taste of Lee.
We'll see you there. The 3rd annual Wink Taste of Lee Food Festival, Saturday, November 5th in Centennial Park, Fort Myers.
Miles Willis with a long return, 89 yards to make it 14-10. The Syracuse still holds the lead. Did they get away with one? Here's the kicker for Syracuse. Does he get held and flailing like, yeah, maybe, well,
he is the kicker. You can't hold the kicker, man. But, yeah, he might have gotten away with one there. But Willis, 89 yards to make it 14-10.
Miles Willis, third kickoff return of his career for a touchdown. In fact, the last time BC returned one for a TD was against Syracuse in 2014. It was Miles Willis going the distance, 95 yards in the game in 2014, a game that Boston College won here at Alumni Stadium. Let's go back to our Charlotte studios. Katie with them.
Our Hardy's update takes us to Louisville, and the Cards keep piling it on.
Louisville tight end Cole Hicatini catches a 3-yard touchdown pass from Lamar Jackson. Then he goes again to Jabari Staples, a 16-yard touchdown pass from Lamar Jackson. He now has 4 in the game.
And guys, that gives him the record in Louisville history and most TDs responsible for 34. They're up big right now, Tom.
Katie, wow, what a staggering number. And I love to hear Tommy Bowden get excited about ACC football. How could you not about what Lamar Jackson has done with that Louisville offense?
It's staggering, Tom, what they're doing. And to the team they're doing it to today, that was a team that came in with a lot of high hopes in that game.
That's a team that took Clemson to the brink, Dave, a week ago and beat Notre Dame at home also. Let's check in with Ronnie.
Tom, BC is missing one of their big guys in the middle. Connor Strahan, the middle linebacker, came out in warm-ups, warmed up, but it was determined that he could not go. He has not played a snap, and he is out for the game.
Thanks for the update there, Roddy, as the Orange on the passing play to Irvin Phillips will have a first down, and the chains are going to move. Harris makes the tackle for BC, and it's 6 yards on the play.
That's a big loss. Strahan is a guy that's been battling injuries. Coach Adazio talked about what a warrior he is.
There's a sack for BC, Dave.
Speaking of Warriors, Matt Milano, when they needed a play, Matt Milano bursts through and is able to put Dungy on the ground. We talked about his athleticism. He'll play out in the slot. He came to BC as a safety. He's migrated to that linebacker spot. He's an all-ACC performer. Makes a big play right there.
Loss of 5 on that play, the 4th sack of the season for Matt Milano, the senior from Orlando, Florida. Now Dungy trying to create. Throws on the run. Has a man in, caught. Inbounds, Grizzly Esteem. Dungy freelancing and hitting his receiver, Esteem. 35 yards on that connection.
Let's take a look at Dungy get out of the pocket and extend the play. Esteem is in the slot at the bottom of the screen. And because of the commitment to BC to come up and stop this scrambling quarterback, they lose Esteem in the back end. And that's what Dungy can do. He extends plays, and he'll beat it down the field.
From just beyond the BC 30, that pass. And a towel wall, and he got driven into the turf defensively by Cameron Moore. 4 yards for Editowell.
Pretty good double catch by Editowell. This isn't the first time. Moore's going to drill him. He's able to grab it again and secure the catch.
Right near the marker, and caught Irvin Phillips. That'll be short of the first down. 5 yards for Phillips.
And they've got some nice mileage, Tom, out of this trips look into the boundary, kind of flooding that side with 3 receivers. This time going to go 2 by 2, meaning 2 receivers on either side of the field, trying to spread BC out.
3rd and 1 for the Orange. Dungy's going to have to run for it, and he came up short.
excellent coverage down the field. And with the circumstances the way they are with the, I was just getting ready to say, because of the weather, maybe you go ahead and go here, but Coach Babers doesn't wait. He sends his field goal unit on the field with Cole Murphy coming out. Coach Babers having a word. Remember his trade back when he was coaching at Texas Tech and coaching at Baylor, he was a wide receiver coach, knows that position extremely well. Talking to Etta Tyler as he came off the field.
This from 40 yards by Cole Murphy. For the Orange, no good from Murphy.
Well, and you talk about how do you get stops. Sometimes it's forced on you. BC found a way to get a stop right there.
So here at Chestnut Hill, a little pregame meal of some college football on a Saturday here in Massachusetts.
You say crazy, I say crafty. You say savage, I say practice. Crazy, crafty, savage, practice. Let's run that whole thing back. You say unbelievable, I say achievable. You say incredible, I say inevitable. Unbelievable, achievable, incredible, inevitable. Let's run that whole thing back. Carbs to compete, electrolytes to replenish.
We need one big push. Got one more? Here we go.
Congrats! I hear you're having a baby.
Good baby, just breathe. Here we go.
You better start saving for college tuition. And you'll probably need a bigger house at some point. But New York Life can help you manage your family's financial future. So you can relax and enjoy life's special moments. Like this moment. That's what being good at life is all about, right?
Be good at life. New York Life.
Whenever the moment strikes, you want to be ready. Mellow Mushroom Stone Baked Pizza can help you enjoy a more satisfying eating experience than you had with your first wife.
It's college game time, and Tire Pros is giving you the chance to win tires and a VIP experience with a trip to the ACC Football Championship game and the Road to the Championship Sweepstakes. Enter today at TirePros.sweepstakes.com.
I come slowly, slowly, slowly getting faster. Once I started counting, it's wearing on, baby.
I'm 90% sure the car's moving.
It is so exciting. I could talk forever. Counting till I drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love counting.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months on the new 2017 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Download the ACC QB Challenge presented by Coyote Tractor. New and improved quarterback your favorite ACC team. Practice your passing and compete against other fans. Download for free today.
14-10 ACC football presented by Mellow Mushroom. Defensive line assistant for Boston College, Paul Pasqualoni, who was the head coach at Syracuse from 1991 to 2004. He won 101 games for the Orange. Now on Steve Adazio's staff. Coach Adazio is also an assistant for the Syracuse Orange. Here comes Jones, busting out of the pack. There's a stiff arm, and he's up to midfield. Corey Winfield got him out of bounds, but not before a 28-yard pickup for the redshirt freshman.
What a big-time block. Charlie Callahan on the right side. 83 gets that block right there. Jones bounces it to the outside, and the freshman pushes it up the field and over midfield. But Charlie Callahan, the wide receiver, number 83, got that pin block, secured the edge for Jones to hit it up the sideline.
Just into Orange territory from the 49 of Syracuse. 1st and 10, Boston College. The handoff, Willis. Swinging it wide. Willis. Flag comes out behind the play as Willis goes out of bounds inside the 30 for the Orange. But there are 2 penalty markers on the field. If it stands, it's 22 yards for BC.
Well, the guy just talked about Callahan is going to get flagged for holding here, Tom. He's blocking in the slot. And he hooked the Syracuse defender.
Offense, number 83, 10-yard penalty. First down.
Tolly Callanan right here, gonna block right here. Watch him hook the defender. Thomas, the linebacker, just got enough of him, kind of turned the body, and two officials were on the play. So BC been running the ball between the tackles, 2 plays, consecutive plays on the perimeter, and they've got some yardage.
Toles will hand it off. It's Rouse. Let's go down to the sidelines, and Roddy.
Tom, you've seen this running back by committee for Boston College, but the guy with the big run earlier in this drive was Davon Jones, and he's an interesting story because he played played wide receiver in high school, came to Boston College and was a defensive back that they used on scout team at running back, where Steve Adazio said they noticed he was such a natural runner, they had to move him to that side of the football, and with John Hilleman out today with that ankle injury, he's going to be asked to take the brunt of the carries, and you've seen his talent so far.
He had 12 interceptions as a junior and senior. Ball on the ground. Syracuse got it. Fumble snap, Tom.
We saw it happen to the Orange earlier in the game, Dave.
That's correct. This is the 3rd time we've seen one shotgun snap. Now the 2nd one that a guy has fumbled a snap under center. Dungy one, Toles one, but a huge turnover for BC at midfield here.
Looks like Jonathan Thomas covers for the Orange, Dave.
It just looks like maybe Toles pulled out just a tad too early. When it's wet like this, you got to make sure you stay in there and get the ball first. Can't start to play without the football. Sometimes the center gets a little bit, the nose tackle might get under his pads, lift him up a little bit. As a quarterback, you got to make sure you stay in there and get the ball first.
So it was Jonathan Thomas on the cover for the Orange, our 3rd turnover in the game. Both teams have had an issue with the exchange from center to quarterback and turned it over. So Eric Dungy, this Syracuse offense back on the field.
This isn't the first time BC's had a problem taking a snap. They were in close against Clemson, ready to score, and couldn't get the center quarterback exchange, cost them a touchdown.
Here's Dungy throwing and complete inside the 40. Amba and Atawo going to get that one at 9 yards.
Let's get into his big-time receiver, soft corner out there. Maybe the corner's got to backpedal out, so takes that easy throw to the outside to Atawo.
6 catches already for Enatawa, who averages 8 per game, 2nd best in the ACC. Now Dungy not afraid to run that football down to the 35, and a penalty flag is out. Cameron Moore made the tackle for Boston College.
Offense number 87, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Kendall Moore, the tight end, going to get flagged for the hold.
Here's our AP Top 25, brought to you by Progressive Insurance.
Louisville looking very much like a top 10 team, maybe a top 5 team, as they're trying to claw their way back into maybe that playoff picture, with Clemson firmly sitting at number 4. Florida State, North Carolina, those 2 teams had quite a battle at Doak Campbell here a few weeks ago, with North Carolina coming out on top.
Clemson and Florida State will collide next week. Tigers winning the matchup last year. Prior to that, Florida State had won 3 in a row, and most of the time, that game determining who the Atlantic Division representative would be in the ACC Championship game. However, this year, Louisville has certainly thrown its hat into that championship ring, trying to get to Orlando, which is the site of this year's ACC Championship. Last year, it was Clemson defeating North Carolina. Here's 3rd and 9 for the Orange, and up 14-10. Latter stages, 2nd quarter. Dungy stepping forward. Now laterally, he just had to get rid of it.
One of our Food Line impact players, Tom, coming off the edge. Harold Landry is the guy that forces Dungy out of the pocket, and then good coverage on the back end. And we've seen BC do a nice job of staying on coverage. Landry going to rush from your right, forces Dungy out of the pocket, and now because the coverage is tight, good apple maybe in the face there, and to throw the football away. BC defense trying to kind of hold the rope here defensively, hang on against this high-octane offense Dino Babers puts on the field.
Tyler Rouse standing at his 10-yard line. 2nd best in the conference in punt return average for Rouse. Close to 15 yards per return. Wants to make a fair catch on this one, and he doesn't. And at the 16-yard line, it's a 30-yard punt. Well, the Ram power play Play is brought to you by Ram Trucks, Guts, Glory, Ram.
Oh, what a game we had last week with NC State and Clemson. Goes to overtime. North Carolina State misses a heartbreaking field goal, and Martavis Scott hooks up with his guy, Deshaun Watson, to win the football game in Death Valley. Heck of a game last week. Heck of an effort by the Wolfpack, and maybe did they give up so much effort at Clemson a week ago that they're being buried by Louisville this weekend.
Ram Power Play brought to you by Ram Trucks, Guts, Glory, Ram. Davon Jones for 6 yards. Davon Ellison making the stop.
There. This has been a physical game. Tom's talked about how important this is to this region in the ACC. 2 teams in the northern section of the ACC conference, or the ACC, and these 2 teams have gotten after each other. They go all the way back to the Big East days when these 2 teams used to butt heads.
7 carries, 47 yards for Jones. He's going to try to add to that total. Shook one man and then dragged one out of bounds. Although the signal from the official was that the clock should continue to run, and it will. 3 yards and very hard fought for Jones as Christopher Frederick had the tackle.
Rodney talked about Davon Jones and what he brings to the table. He's a big physical guy. And you can see it there. Ran through a couple of tackles to put this in a 3rd and short situation. You would think that maybe Davon Jones sees the ball again here.
Dave, you mentioned the history between the teams. Both members of the Big East from 1991 to 2004, and today is the 50th meeting between Boston College and Syracuse. Again, it went down to a field goal at the end of last year's game in the Dome, and a win for the Orange on Cole Murphy field goal. And now Boston College has a 3-yard run and a first down. Roddy?
Tom, Patrick told you saw just get the first down there. We talked about the fact that he transferred from Kentucky, but he told us that this was the first time he'd ever lived outside of Kentucky. His move up to Boston College made January and February a little rough. He put up extremely good numbers at Kentucky, over 5,000 yards passing, but wanted a little change of scenery in a pro-style offense. He's on his 4th offensive coordinator in 4 years. He said it's the first time he's run a pro-style offense since his freshman year at Kentucky.
It's so difficult to flush one system out of your mind and absorb another.
Foles trying to create. He's up to the 30-yard line. He got 2 on the play. Slayton made the tackle. That 3rd down conversion, by the way, Dave, the first of the game for Boston College. And here's the attempt by Toles.
22 starts at Kentucky. Didn't see anything down the field. Good coverage here. Zone coverage. Just took away the 3 players he had to throw the football to, so pulls it down. Good decision. Pulls it down and takes off with it. Great grandson of Jim Bunny, the U.S. Senator and Hall of Fame pitcher. How about that for Patrick Toles?
Toles again on the run. He's got the first down and wisely stepping out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as Slayton was bearing down. He got 10 on the scramble and a first down for Boston College. Well, here's our Haviland defensive shield as we examine the Syracuse defense.
How about that number now? They've allowed no yards passing so far in the game. BC got to find a way to change that.
Toles averages about 150 yards passing per game. First down from the 40. He's 0 for 3 passing. Here's the pass incomplete. Here's the first one of the game as he slings it to Rouse.
And again, the officials wind the clock. Rouse was bumped out of bounds, but they felt like his momentum was stopped inbounds and shoved back. So they wind the clock. Just because you see a player go out of bounds doesn't mean they're necessarily going to stop the clock. And now the sideline signaling, hey, let's pick up the pace here a little bit because the clock is moving.
A couple of timeouts remaining for Steve Adazio and the Eagles with 1:12 and counting. Toles again back to pass, put some air under that one, and it's incomplete. Just beyond the 30-yard line off of Tommy Sweeney's fingertips. Ellison back there defending for the Orange. Here are Coca-Cola ACC standings. Clemson Tigers 7-0, Dave, and Florida State waiting.
Yeah, Clemson going to try to hang on. They've got to go down to Florida State area. They've had a tough time to win at Bill Campbell. They've got to go down there and take on Francois and all the crew at with the Seminoles, and then, of course, it's wide open. It seems like we say that every year in the Coastal. Virginia Tech's held serve on Thursday night, puts them maybe in the driver's seat right there. They've got a game with Pitt coming up on a Thursday night.
It's a good Pittsburgh team, too. There's 2 losses by combined 8 points. As they're 5-2 for Pat Narduzzi. This one right at midfield. Michael Walker made the catch, and that's going to be a first down just into orange territory from Michael Walker, the sophomore from Naples, Florida.
Now, Boston College with 2 timeouts, realizing the clock stops and moving the chains. They're trying to maximize that. Toll's ready for the snap.
Toll's again. Incomplete at the 30. Tommy Sweeney had a chance at it again. Ellison, 19 in white, orange, and blue, defending.
Now, this is what they wanted. They wanted to get Sweeney in the seam route. Excellent throw for the big fella to go up. Just could not squeeze it. Talked about, how about that? Every couple of guys. Got Doug Flutie in the front and Luke Kuechly in the back. How about those 2 guys who put on the Boston College jerseys?
Kuechly's jersey will be retired at halftime. Doug Flutie's number is already retired, and now the rain starting to intensify here at Alumni Stadium as Toll backs up. And that pass is incomplete. Right at the 40, it looked like a sure interception for the Orange.
Boy, just a mistake to not squeeze the football there. Great opportunity.
Maybe that Scoot Bradshaw who had a chance at it.
Yeah, Scoot Bradshaw has not played a ton at corner for him, but gets an opportunity here and could put his name in the box score right there with a return for a touchdown potentially. Not on the same page with Jeff Smith, the receiver there, was Tolles.
Still a couple of timeouts for BC. It is 3rd and 10. On the Syracuse side of the 50. They're going to run it. Rouse bashing his way to 42. He got 8 yards.
Davon Ellison came up and dropped the hammer at the safety spot.
Now a timeout taken by Boston College with 32 seconds to go in this second quarter. As we step aside, we'll be back after this word from the Atlantic Coast Conference.
The Atlantic Coast Conference would like to thank its official corporate champions. Their support helps ACC student athletes excel both academically and athletically. Bojangles, Food Life, Geico, Avalon, New York Life, and Toyota are proud to stand by ACC student athletes as they strive to demonstrate dedication and leadership.
To the 2016 Dr. Pepper ACC Football Championship game on sale now. Game headed to Orlando on December 3rd. Tickets are available on Ticketmaster. Carrabba's Italian Grill is partnered with the ACC to offer a special 4-pack including 4 tickets, 4 ACC hats, and $20 Carrabba's gift card. All for just $120. Call to order. BC with 32 seconds to go. This is 4th down. They're going to punt. Esteen waits for it. He'll stay away from it as it bounces at about the 17-yard line or so. All right, let's check in with our Charlotte studio, see what's coming up at halftime. Katie?
Thanks, Tom. Coming up at half, Coach, we're talking about Louisville. You've had your eyes on that one.
Oh, they complained about style points last week versus Duke. What about 359 total yards for Lamar Jackson, accounting for 4 touchdowns, 3 passing, 1 rushing. They're getting style points, 44-0, first half.
My head is still on Thursday night. There's a reason I chose the Hokies to win the Coastal. Gerard Evans and that defensive front has me very excited.
We're going to take a look at all of it and see the highlights from both of these games. Keep it right here at halftime. For now, Tom, back to you.
Katie, thank you. The only loss in the conference for Virginia Tech was against the Syracuse Orange team last week as Dante Strickland will run it, potentially run out the clock, 4 yards of a carry.
Tom, you might wonder, BC fans are booing a little bit. Why do you punt that ball in that situation? BC gets the ball to start the second half now. They've kept themselves in the game with some solid play. Special teams have contributed to that. So they've kept themselves in the game by punting right there.
That will be the end of the first half. Steve Dazio's team will go to the locker room trailing 14-10. But they got that great return by Miles Willis for the touchdown. Let's go down to Ronnie.
Coach, obviously you'd like to take care of the football, but what have you thought about the offense in the first half?
You know, we've been doing really well. We're just stopping ourselves. We got some offensive linemen jumping, legal procedure calls. We've got to just calm down a little bit. The weather's going to affect the game, but we've got to embrace that.
Defensively, despite the 10 points, they played pretty well with only the field goal given up. What are your thoughts on their performance?
Keep playing. They're going to keep running the ball. They're going to keep trying to find that one gap to make a big play. We just got to be disciplined.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Well, Katie, it's starting to come down pretty hot and heavy here. Looks like it's going to be a big factor in the second half. Let's go back to you guys in the climate-controlled studio in Charlotte.
Yes, we are not envious of you right now, Ronnie. Go find some cover. Yes, please. Guys, reaction, Coach, to what you heard from Dino Babers.
Well, I think the biggest thing is you look at the weather and how it affects the game. Say, well, guys, it's going to affect the passing game. Boston College right now, 11 yards passing. Is it the weather? Well, look at Syracuse, 203 yards passing. That's a 400-yard passing game if they have this kind of productivity in the second half. So right now, Boston College, again, I know we've beaten a dead horse, got to find some way to generate some movement offensively, at least to change the field position, if not score points.
All right.
For me, it's down in the red area. I've been bragging about Patrick Tolles here just because I'm familiar with him. At least 2 occasions in the first half, he could have extended the drive in the red zone, gotten a first down, or perhaps gotten in the end zone with his legs. I don't know if he shied away from contact. He wasn't aware of where he was on the field. As the field general, guys, you must take advantage of opportunities when you're down there. 3s aren't going to win this game. You're going to have 7.
This has been a pretty competitive game, though. We're going to dive deeper into it and show you the highlights, but also we're going to check in Louisville and check out what's going on there. Keep it right here.
Have fun with the replaced windows.
Brick and mortar, what?
When you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive, you get more than a big discount.
What'd you get for bundling home and auto?
You get sneaky good coverage.
Thanks.
For fast relief from sinus and allergy symptoms without drugs, get Navage.
This time of year, I get so stepped up, but Navage flushes my sinuses so I can breathe again.
Navage uses gentle suction to remove allergens, germs, and pollutants. It's the only nasal irrigator with suction.
My doctor recommends Navage to breathe better through my nose, and it works. Congestion's gone, and I feel great.
And Navage is so much easier than a neti pot.
To breathe better without drugs and a 30-day risk-free trial, go to Navage.com now.
It's time to take a road trip.
Huntsville is a must-see destination. Is this your stop?
Roger.
Marvel at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. Wow. Step into the past at Alabama Constitution Village. All aboard! The golf is stellar, and even the food is out of this world in the Rocket City. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take?
Welcome.
Hi. Today we're going to be comparing these 2 truck beds. Let's start over here with this aluminum bed. Put your toolbox up here.
Whoa, that's a big hole.
That is unbelievable. Now let's check out the roll-formed steel bed of the Silverado. Same angle, same empty toolbox.
Took it way better. The steel held up.
It's Truck Month. Make a strong decision. Find your tag and get over $11,000 total value on this Silverado All-Star.
Silverado proved it is the toughest truck here.
and the former player, Stan North League. I'm Katie Witham. Our marquee matchup happening up in Louisville. Let's get to the action right now, guys. Lamar Jackson, coach, all over this one.
Well, he's got 55 running yards in the first half. This is 36 of those 55 yards on a touchdown run.
That put Louisville on the board early, and then he does it again.
Lamar Jackson to one of those J's I keep talking about. Reggie and the 3 J's. That one happens to be Jalen Smith, and that's 74 yards to the crib. Looking good.
Louisville pitching a shutout right now, guys. 44-0. Moving on, though, Syracuse taking on BC in the Mellow Mushroom game of the week. Syracuse gets it going in the second quarter. Eric Dungy finds Irvin Phillips, but then BC trying to keep it close, and this is what kept them in.
When your offense is stalling, you got to look for that third phase. Here's special teams. Miles Willis, 89 yards, takes it the other way. Got to manufacture some offense, and coach, even though it's on special teams, still counts as 6.
Yeah, you know, you heard Dino Babers talk there after the halftime about mistakes they made in the red zone. And, you know, as we look at some of the scoreboard, you'll find out that it doesn't show up on the scoreboard. The fact they missed opportunities, the legal procedure penalties, is what hurt them in the red zone.
Well, Syracuse is on top right now, 14-10, thanks to that run in there by Irvin Phillips. We're going to break down that game that happened on Thursday night. Stick around.
Mellow Mushroom Stone Baked Pizza is clinically proven to improve your mood and leave you with a full belly. Ask your doctor about Mellow Mushroom. She may want to come with you again and again and again.
Fight heartburn fast with Tums Chewy Delights. The mouth-watering soft chew that goes to work in seconds to conquer heartburn fast. Chewy Delights. Only from Tums.
You need one big push. Got one more? Here we go.
Congrats! I hear you're having a baby.
Good baby, just breathe. Here we go.
You better start saving for college tuition. And you'll probably need a bigger house at some point. But New York Life can help you manage your family's financial future, so you can relax and enjoy life's special moments. Like this moment. That's what being good at life is all about, right?
Be good at life. New York Life.
My new friends went
Pool heater sale this week at Recreational Warehouse. Save now and swim year-round with a high-efficiency heat pump pool heater. They run quietly and are inexpensive to operate. Pool heaters for nearly every size pool on sale this week from just $17.95 with 0% interest special financing. Plus, get a free heating blanket with each pool heater sold this week. Pool heaters on sale this week from just $17.95 at Recreational Warehouse, Colonial Boulevard, Fort Myers, and Airport Road South in Naples, or online at therecreationalwarehouse.com.
Welcome back. Yesterday, Stan and Coach squared off in our pre-production meeting on the Coyote Quarterback Challenge app. Stan was Miami, Coach was Virginia Tech, trying to replicate all that action on Thursday night prime time in the ACC. Coach emerged victorious, 580 to 375. Is that? What happened?
He better get used to it. He better get used to take a beat because I'm really good at this stuff.
It's not one of my finer moments, America.
He's taking it. Hey, speaking of that game, let's check out the highlights. And Virginia Tech pulling stuff out of the bag of tricks, Coach.
Justin Fuente brings a little trickery, deceit, and deception. Sam Rogers to Stephen Peebles, a 13-yard touchdown, bag of tricks.
And then Stan Gerard Evans.
There's my guy. Keep talking about the Trinity Valley Community College transfer. Fuente had to have him, and clearly we see why. First in passer rating, fourth in QBR, second in yards per attempt. Touchdown to interception ratio 10-1. Wow. One of the best in the country.
37-16, the final. Coach, what stood out for you in this one?
Biggest thing here was the pressure on Brad Kaya. You give him time. Brad Kaya is an exceptional quarterback. Sacked 8 times, pressured all day. I thought the biggest thing was the Virginia Tech pressure.
Yeah, that was the most they've sacked anybody since 2013.
6 different defenders as well registering a sack.
Look at our game. It's been wet, but that hasn't kept the for BC. Second half adjustments after a word from your local ACC stations.
What do you call a guy who's excited about the weather at 4:30 in the morning? What do you call a guy who reports live all night long from the middle of a hurricane?
Meteorologist Matt Devitt.
Meteorologist Matt Devitt.
Meteorologist Matt Devitt.
Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt. Mornings on Wink News.
Smart technology can help you make the most of family time. It can bring you together in bold new ways and help create unforgettable moments. And now
in early November.
Throws Harris on the ground, draws a penalty, gives BC a short field, but then the young quarterback began to settle in. The big play to Ishmael down the field, which led them to a touchdown. And then Dungey got the run game going. Had 100 yards rushing against Virginia Tech a week ago. He's over 50 yards rushing today. In fact, 260 yards of offense for Dungey. That's 91% of what Syracuse has done on the offensive side of the ball. Tom?
Dave Eric Dungey with 203 yards passing in the game. He's 18 of 21. He has carried the football 12 times for 57 yards for the Orange, who maintained that halftime lead. Across the way, Patrick Tolles. We told you it took a while for him to complete that first pass of the game. 2 of 8 and 11 yards. But Dave, we know this kid has great potential throwing the football.
It's scary, though, because last year they completed 1 pass against Syracuse for 9 yards. So in 6 quarters of football, BC has 2 completions in 6 quarters of ball. They're going to have to win the football game. Tolles has got to make some plays.
So Patrick Tolles and the Eagles, as we mentioned, thanks to that special teams kick return in this game as we go down to Rodney.
Coach, what are your thoughts on the first half offensively?
You know, I thought we just gave away a lot of opportunities with penalties, with drop balls, with opportunities we had to extend series of downs that we even brought from the beginning. Chance to run it in the end zone. So I think we have to go back, establish our play action game, our run game, and make the plays that are available to be made. We're herky-jerky, you know, we make a couple plays, and then when we have an error or a penalty or a drop ball, we've got to keep the drives alive. As the drives stay alive, more opportunities to set up play action.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Tom, Arch?
Well, I like Roddy, what Coach Adazio, you see very calm as you look at the BC possession, just nothing there. You see the field goal they got on the short field opportunity, interception by Harris, and then the penalty on top of that. They really haven't done much offensively, but they've hung in there. And you can hear the calmness in Coach Adazio's voice. And that's the voice of region for BC. And so they'll come out as a very calm football team. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. The weather clearing up a little bit here, and maybe the opportunities maybe clear up a little bit for the offense for BC.
Dave, ACC football is brought to you in HD by your local Tire Pros dealer. Win a VIP trip for 2 to the ACC Championship game in Orlando and Continental Tires at TireProSweepstakes.com. Well, up here in the booth, a very special guest has joined us. A Boston College legend being honored at halftime. It is Luke Kuechly, who had his jersey retired. And Luke, first, talk about the emotion of coming back to Chestnut Hill, being here at Alumni Stadium, and having this presented to you, this honor of your jersey retirement.
Oh, it's fantastic, and I love this school. I loved playing here, and we had a lot of fun. And when I was here and we were out here at practice and on the field for workouts in the summer, you'd always look up at that wall and see all the names and think maybe one day I can be up there. I had a lot of good people around me that allowed me to play well, and I'm very fortunate to have guys like Bill McGovern and Barry Gallup that made this stuff happen, and it's just awesome to have my name up there.
Well, look, we're going to get you to hang in here. We're going to let you call some football, let you take a break. And you're letting the battery recharge a little bit on your off week from Carolina, and we'll let you call some football here as we get started in the second half.
So Syracuse kicks it away. In fact, the Orange lost the toss prior to this game. They've lost every toss so far this season. This is some of the moments from halftime. Luke Kuechly keeping it together emotionally. I'm sure inside you're just overwhelmed by this honor from the folks here at Boston College with your family, with guys like Doug Flutie. I mean, it's amazing.
What did it mean to have those guys here?
Like, those are the guys like I was talking about when you're here working out and you're at practice. You look up there and you see Thurman and Ruth and Flutie and those are the guys that we always looked up to. That you think maybe one of these days you can be like them. And I had a ton of good people around me when I was at school. I mentioned some of them. The guys that pulled the flag are some of my best buds that I went to school with. And you don't have guys like that on your team, and it's hard to play in like football. So for me to have guys like that, it was Jake and Mike Marcinkovich and Mike Naples and Nate Freeze and Josh Warner. Those are the guys that were here. They're awesome dudes, and they make playing football a lot of fun.
Had a chance and the great privilege of calling a number of your games when you were playing here. This is the kind of game that we saw a lot here. Yep. This is a linebacker type of game. What have you seen so far in the first half?
They're playing great on defense, and that's what I like to see. The guys run around. They play hard. Matt Milano's running around doing his thing as usual. Big turnover. A couple big ones. They had the one down there on, I think it was maybe a second or third down, the botched snap, and then the big interception. They returned back and scored some points on it. So they're keeping them in the game, and I think the offense is right around the corner here from scoring some points, and just got to get things rolling a little bit.
Syracuse defense, a loss of 3 in a run by Davon Jones.
We talked about these linebackers for Syracuse. Look at Zaire Franklin, number 4 here. Flow, make the play. Little Kuechly-esque right there.
Yeah, they're good players, man. They got some big guys in front of them. That's what I always talk about. If you have good big guys in front of you as a linebacker, it makes your job easy. And we saw some of these guys run it at halftime, and they got plenty of big dudes.
I don't know if it was a coincidence, but right after your jersey was retired, it got brighter here. The rain stopped.
It's because Doug Flutie was out there.
The temperature went up a little bit. Here's Tolles. Pass is deflected and incomplete. And that on 3rd down for BC.
Defense time to go out there and see if they can make something happen.
Look, what is it about this place? There's a tradition of defensive football. It was here before you got here. You carried it through. What is it about this place of defensive football?
When you're getting recruited, you always watch teams that you think you have a chance to go to. And when I was watching the team play, it was Mike McLaughlin and Mark Herzlich and B.J. Rodney and a guy named Wes Davis and Jamie Silva. And just guys that you look at. I'm sure I'm missing plenty of guys' names, but those are some guys that I looked up to when I was playing that were just studs. And when I got here, Mike McLaughlin was still here, and Mark Herzlich was still here. Wes Davis was still here. Just some big pieces on our defense that had that edge, had that competitive fire, loved playing defense, and really just loved playing football at Boston College. So I think it started with guys before them, but when I was there, that's kind of how it started. Mike Bruce, you look at that name right there. That's a big name. Played a lot of good football up front. 10 linebackers playing, I'm sure.
We saw Mike Ruth. It appeared that he has not toned down the workout regimen.
No, I think he can still line up and play a little bit.
He was ready to put on some pads out there, but what a moment at halftime.
How hard is it to play against an offense like this, Luke? Up-tempo, high-tempo. What do you got to do?
You got to make sure there's communication, and you look around at our guys that are playing on defense. They're running around making sure everybody's on the same page, and that's what's important against a team like this is communication. And you see sometimes it works for the offense, sometimes it works against the offense.
Number 65, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Well, some of the accolades, Dave, for Luke in his outstanding career includes a Butkus Award, Lombardi, Bronco Nagurski, 532 career tackles, 09 to 2011 in a BC uniform.
We had a lot of fun playing here, and like I said, I had a great coach, Bill McGovern, that taught us how to play linebacker, and he was even better off the field. He got to know guys, and he cared about guys. One guy that I always talk about, his name's
the middle of the field, that's Phillips.
Give him a chance to line up again. That's what we always talk about. But a guy named Mike Morrissey, his dad played in the NFL for a while for the Bears, and he was a guy that helped me out with everything. And I was lucky to have a guy like him that just was unselfish and just showed me how to play football.
Luke Kuechly, the 3-time Boston College All-American Pro Bowl player for the Carolina Panthers, Defensive Player of the Year in the ACC, kind enough to join us on a very proud day for him and his family, having his jersey retired as Syracuse Starts to move the ball down the field. They go for the deep pass, and it's incomplete. Steve Ishmael was the intended receiver.
Yeah, Torres, the young corner, we heard about him in meetings. He's got some great speed, still learning how to play. Does a good job of kind of staying in the hip pocket. Probably a ball Ishmael should have caught. The ball was right on him. But give Torres, the young corner, some credit, getting some play time here, Luke. Very important to get on the field and kind of taste what game time is all about.
Yeah, that's the best way to learn as a defensive back and as a football player in general. You can draw it up as much as you want on the board and in walkthroughs, but until you get out there in the game, you'll get a chance to replicate the speed and intensity.
Pressure on third and 2, and it's a sack for the Eagles.
That's what we need right there. Get him out of field goal range and hopefully get the ball back to our offense.
Harold Landry off the edge. Talk about the pressure here, Luke.
I think he's been a guy all year that's been after the quarterback. He played great last year. And when you can get after the quarterback at any level of football, it makes the job in the defensive backfield a lot easier.
It's not surprising that we get Luke Kuechly on with us, and the defense makes a couple of plays.
They responded. So Syracuse will have to punt the ball away. Second sack of the game for Boston College. Mishandled snap. And Hofrichter just got that one away as it goes out of bounds.
Let me tell you something. It's a great honor to be here with you on this day. It's been great to watch you as a pro. You're the entire package, man. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Good to see you.
Luke, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Luke Kuechly, the All-American at Boston College. The jersey retired today.
Do you suffer from irritability, boredom, and chronic cravings? Mellow Mushroom's craft pizza, beer, and cocktails are clinically proven to improve your mood and leave you with a full belly. Mellow Mushroom is fast-acting, giving you relief when you need it the most. Side effects of Mellow Mushroom may include salivation, euphoria, and an insatiable craving for more Mellow Mushroom. Ask your doctor about Mellow Mushroom. She may want to come with you.
There she is.
Cody? So you didn't get what I told you to?
Dad, I did my research.
Let's see what it can do. Not bad.
What do you think?
Not bad. Not bad.
So?
He likes it.
I knew he would. Really? How?
Falling asleep is one thing, but what about waking up? People often ask me, what is enlightenment? For me, enlightenment is being awake. It's seeking that deep connection in one's inner life. Prana sleep, amazing sleep.
Cornerstone's been in business since 1988. My goal is to give people the best possible job, the best possible product in the shortest amount of time.
Our initial visit to Cornerstone was to look at their cabinetry. We had no idea that they had the capabilities that they have to do the total construction project. We wanted something different. We wanted something unique. It is just absolutely stunning. A typical reaction is, wow.
When we're all done with a job, I want them to look at it and say, wow.
ACC football is being brought to you by Food Lion, raising standards without raising prices. How refreshing. By your Carolina Ford dealers. By Geico, saving people money for over 75 years. By Mattress Firm. And by Bojangles. It's Bowtime.
Having fun here at Alumni Stadium, and why not? Doug Flutie, Luke Kuechly are in the building. What a great day to come to Alumni Stadium. Not to mention the fact BC Eagles are hanging in the game. They've got to find a way to get the pass game going, Tom. Coles has got to get going in the pass game behind this running game.
They're going to run it here. And at the 35. 7 yards on the rush there for BC.
They talked about the running game. Obviously, there was pretty good run. Here, Jones has been outstanding in the first half. He brought the power. This was his big run in the game. Got to the outside, but it's been the strength and the power on the inside. Running with some aggression. 10 carries, 50 yards in the first half. And that's kind of the way Coach Adazio wants it to go. He wants it to be a power running game, physical up front.
Jones from just down the road. Worcester, Massachusetts. Central Mass. Another run for BC. It's Walker. Makes a shift up near the 50. Michael Walker on the carry. Jonathan Thomas on the tackle at 18 yards for the Eagles.
Well, nice play, nice call by Scott Leffler, the offensive coordinator. Had not seen the jet sweep in the entire first half. They break that out here in the second half. You always want to have a couple of wrinkles you haven't gotten to offensively. Scott Leffler breaks out to hand off the receiver there on the jet sweep.
Longest rush of the game for Boston College. From the 47 of Syracuse. Trailing 14-10. Tolles. He'll run it. Scamper out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Chris Slayton forced him out.
Well, I think they would have liked to have seen Tolles get the ball out. Tom right there get the ball to Jones quickly in the flat, but he decided to pull it down, and Jones ended up being kind of a lead blocker for him. So nice run by the big quarterback there. Now a little bit of momentum brewing potentially for Coach Dazzio's team as they move the ball past the 50 into Syracuse territory.
Dave, as you mentioned in last year's meeting between the teams at the Carrier Dome, 230 yards rushing for BC, just 9 yards passing. Rouse had a couple of TD runs for Boston College a season ago in the losing effort. Jones twisting his way. They'll mark him at the 38, which Dave, from where I sit, a little bit short of that first down as we go down to Roddy.
Tom, we talked to offensive coordinator Scott Leffler about Davon Jones yesterday. He said that he's kind of the thumper of the group. He's a little bit different than Miles Willis and Tyler Rouse, who are a little bit more spread backs. But he made a great comparison to a guy who's on the Syracuse sideline. He said he's a lot like Mike Hart. He may not have the top end speed, but man, he runs physical.
That's a great comparison compared to the great Michigan Wolverines.
2 of 7 on third down for BC, but they're going to get this one and move it closer to the 37-yard line.
Interesting, too, as Roddy mentioned, Mike Hart, who's the running back coach at Syracuse. Scott Leffler was his offensive coordinator when he was at Michigan, so the ties between these two programs go beyond just the playing field. Some ties there for Scott Leffler, the offensive coordinator.
First year for Leffler on the staff for Dazzio. He was the offensive coordinator at Virginia Tech from 2013 to 2015. First and 10 for BC. Flip it out. Rouse. And the Orange able to diagnose that play for the Eagles. Just a yard.
Yeah, Zaire Franklin, we talk about these two linebackers. Paris Bennett and Zaire Franklin are going to do an outstanding job. Here's Franklin right here. What BC wants to do is they've got to get to the second level and get him blocked. Franklin refuses to be blocked, keeps the outside shoulder free. Now, he doesn't make the tackle, but he forces the ball back inside. And who's there? His running mate, Paris Bennett, makes the tackle.
Jeff Smith is in at quarterback. Smith going to take off and cut down by the Orange.
Bennett makes the tackle. We talked about these two linebackers, Tom. Paris Bennett led the team in tackling. Right, his two linebackers extremely active.
Archie, and they're best friends off the field. I talked to Zaire Franklin earlier this week, and he said they used to be roommates. They're two of the closest guys on the team, and there's definitely, because of that, a familiarity. There's a lot of nonverbal communication that goes on, some nodding, and just knowing that if a guy fits one way, the other guy's going to respond. So, a great story of those two friends.
On 3rd and 9 for the Eagles, inside the 20. And caught Michael Walker down to the 18, 17 yards. That first down, Boston College.
What a nice job this time by Tolles. Sits in the pocket, good on balance. Makes an accurate throw over the top to Walker for a nice completion and pushes the ball inside that red zone area for BC.
Third completion of the game for Tolles, and it's a big one. Down to the 18 of Syracuse. 6:40 and counting in the third. 9th play of the drive for Boston College. They'll hand it off. Jones trying to rumble down to the 15. He got 2. Julian Williams, number 98 in white and orange with the stop.
Yeah, only 2 yards on the play, but Jones ran through a tackle. So the physical part of the game that Coach Adazio has been talking about is starting to take effect, because when you start running through the tackles, the defensive lineman means you're starting to pound on them a little bit. You're starting to reduce them somewhat physically. Now Syracuse has got to rise up here, try to find a way to get a stop and force BC to kick a field goal.
138 total rush yards for Boston College as they continue this drive. Willis is the back left of Tolles, and before they can snap it, whistles stop the play.
I think Tolles was a little bit short, a little bit late on getting the ball snap, because the corner to the short side was acting like he was going to come with the blitz, and I mean, it looked like Tolles might have been a little indecisive as to whether he wanted to get that ball snap or change the play. Coach Adazio has talked about how little things like that have really hurt his team trying to stay on schedule to pick up first down. Now behind the chains on second down.
7th penalty of the game against Boston College, and that moves the football beyond the 20 of the orange. 2nd and 13. Willis maybe back to the 20-yard line, a couple of yards.
Didn't get a block off the edge. Smith, the wide receiver, didn't get a block on the corner. He was able to knife it to make the play on Willis. Now you got to step up if you're the quarterback here now. What Tolles has got to keep in mind, okay, this is a close football game. I have potential points in a field goal. I've got to take care of the ball if you're the quarterback. Yet I've got to be willing to take a shot if I've got a guy open. So that's the double-edged sword right here.
But Mike Knoll, the field goal kicker, has already converted from 30 yards out for the Eagles.
Smith in the slot right there. Great speed.
4 receivers set for Tolles. He'll pump, throw inside the 5. Walker, and it's picked off by the Orange and Bennett. Walker appeared to have it, bobbled it for a moment, right into the waiting arms of Paris Bennett for the interception.
It's incredible when you think you're snake bit if you're BC. Great play, obviously, by Bennett to catch the carom as the ball's raked out. Syracuse trying to rake at the football. Excellent scramble by Tolles. He finds Walker, and then just kind of a left arm stuck in there by Frederick, the freshman corner, rakes the ball out, and Bennett comes up with a big play.
First interception of the season, Paris Bennett. Ball back to the Orange.
I want to welcome you, Todd. This is a classic. Double meat and cheese, grilled onions, Thousand Island. You know I get 20% of that.
Introducing the Hardee's Classic for just $2.49 at Hardee's.
It's college game time, and Tire Pros is giving you the chance to win tires and a VIP experience with a trip to the ACC Football Championship game and the Road to the Championship Sweepstakes. Enter today at TirePros.sweepstakes.com.
So, this alien life form is growing at an alarming rate.
Growing fast, you say?
We can't contain it anymore.
You know, that reminds me of how Geico's been the fastest growing auto insurer for over 10 years straight.
Over 10 years?
Mm-hmm. Geico's the company your friends and neighbors trust.
And deservedly so.
Indeed. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
I am slowly getting faster. Once I start counting, it's wearing on, baby.
I'm 90% sure the car's moving.
It is so exciting. I could talk forever. Counting till I drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love counting.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months on the new 2017 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go.
Auf geht's zu Wiesn, Munich and Cancun. Hi, I'm Scarlett. It's time for Southwest Florida's biggest party of the year, the German American Social Club. I can't wait to meet you at the biggest and best Oktoberfest ever. There will be fabulous German food and beer, music in our big tent in Bavarian Gardens, and lots for the kids to do. Plus, you don't want to miss the drawings for fantastic prizes. Ein Vorsitz der Gemütlichkeit. See you there.
In scratch-offs.
All things ACC are a click away. Beautiful throw. Touchdown, Clemson.
mobile app.
What a header!
Presented by Outback.
Back at Alumni Stadium, here's Jim Eckel, the umpire. Davion Ellison, the safety, been hitting everybody. He decides to pick out the umpire and drop the hammer on him. But a big takeaway by Syracuse. The rake out by Frederick. Volleyball in the air. Harris Bennett comes up with the takeaway. But there he is, Jim Eckel. You love the toughness now. Love the toughness.
Fourth interception of the season by Patrick Holmes. That one not necessarily his fault. That is out near the boundary, incomplete for the Orange. It's going to be Dante Strickland. 8 yards on that first down play. This is ACC football presented by Mellow Mushroom. So glad you're with us. Tom Wormy, Dave Archer, Ronnie Jones is on the sidelines. The rain has stopped for the second half. Dungy with a pump and throw, and it is complete to a steam.
Well, what they're doing, Tom, is they're finding the matchup, and this is Grice, the linebacker, keeps getting matched up on slot receivers, and it's a mismatch. Dungy finding it.
Orange quickly back to action after that 31-yard pickup. Dungy to a steam. This time it's Edatawo. He got 5.
Dungy just spreading the field and then finding the matchup he wants. As BC wants to play a little bit more zone. They're going to play zone here.
Dungy with the time, uncorks it. On a sliding grab is Steve Ishmael.
This becomes a tough situation for Boston College, Tom, because if they play zone, there's a soft spot in the zone. It's to the wide side of the field. So Dungy's taking it. When they play man coverage, then all he's doing is finding which linebacker's matched up on one of his receivers, and he's taking that shot. So BC caught in a quandary right here with the matchups and trying to stop this offense. We're going man coverage here, Tom.
Yep. Dungy comes into his own man, recovers and tosses, but intended to throw that out of bounds, and a flag comes out as there was a hit on Dungy by Ty Schwab.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 10, defense, 15 yards, first man.
And I thought Dungy lost his patience. He skated out too soon, but there's no question. It looked like Schwab wasn't even looking at him. He's looking down the field. They just have to run together. But anytime you're in the vicinity of that quarterback, they're going to throw the flag. So big penalty there. But an excellent job in the back end and man coverage that time. Dungy lost his patience, forced him off his spot. He just can't make the mistake. He was throwing the ball away.
Dungy's 25 of 29, 299 yards passing for Eric Dungy, the sophomore quarterback. He averages 314 yards per game through the air. They run Phillips in motion. Throw it to him. Some space for Phillips. Puts on the brakes at the 10 and is very close to another first down for the Orange. Irvin Phillips at 9 yards.
They're really putting BC in a bind with their linebackers trying to follow. Phillips comes across in motion. Grice is the linebacker trying to follow. He just can't get there in time.
Again, a flag is on the field on this 2nd and 1 play.
63, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Evan Adams, the redshirt freshman from Norwalk, Connecticut. We've seen a lot of Jeff Flanagan today, our referee.
Some pretty cool wrinkles to follow as you watch what's going on. Dino Babers' offense trying to find matchups. They see that these two linebackers are trying to follow their two slot receivers, Milano and Grice. Here's Milano and Grice are trying to follow the two slot receivers, and they're having a tough time.
2nd down, complete. Phillips dropped at the 6. William Harris came up for the tackle.
Again, Grice, the linebacker, lined up on a wide receiver, a slot receiver, and it's just a mismatch, and that's where Syracuse is looking when BC decides to go man coverage.
Ball at the 6 and 1st and goal for Syracuse.
300 yards for the 6th time this season for Eric Dungy. Talked about how he came in second only to Lamar Jackson in total offense in the ACC.
Goes for 407 at UConn, his season high and career high. Dungy, 2 flags, and he's dropped at the 15.
Holding Offense number 59, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Brandon Roberts working against, look like Matt Milano. They're going to try to sprint to the outside. Right here's your hold. Right there in the middle. Milano tries to fight across his face. Ooh, pretty easy call there by the official. And a good job by BC to defend the sprint play. They had a number of hats out there to try to take care of Dungy, trying to get to the edge.
Coach Babers told us, though, in our conversation earlier this week, he will take quantity over quality, Dave. You say you don't hear that a lot from head coaches.
No, it's usually they want the quality of plays as opposed to trying to get a lot of plays.
Flag again. There was movement along the line as Syracuse came out in a 5-receiver set. Now the rhythm of this game has been disrupted very much so by the penalty flags as Syracuse tries to march it down the field. 19 penalties.
False start. Offense. Number 63, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Dave, that's the 7th false start against Syracuse.
Yeah, Syracuse has gotten a lot of mileage out of Dungy clapping his hands. For whatever reason, that's pulled BC into the neutral zone a number of times. But he's got a young offensive line. He's got a freshman. That was Evan Adams, who just got flagged for that penalty. He's got a couple of sophomores up front. 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a junior. So it's a young, inexperienced offensive line, and they've been kind of antsy with this really solid BC front.
After all these penalty markers, it is still first and goal, except the football now is out beyond the BC 20.
So we got frozen here. Coach Adazio wants some information. He got the penalty. I'm not sure where this.
4th year for Coach Adazio. He's taken this program to a couple of bowl games. Last year's substandard season, by his account, 3-9, did not win a conference game. In search of that first conference win this afternoon against the Orange.
He loves being here. He wears his emotions on his sleeve, loves being a part of the BC program.
First and goal from just beyond the 20. Dungy with a little handoff to Strickland. Could get maybe 2 or 3. We're inside a minute 34 to go now, and rolling in the 3rd. Second and goal, Good Apple had to stop. Also, Ty Schwab. John Johnson, we chatted with John Johnson, fine young man in that secondary, really the leader of that group back there. See if they can respond against Eric Dungy in the Orange. Throws it inside the 10, complete. Ishmael turns around, and he's dragged down close to the 5. 11 yards on the strike from Dungy to Ishmael.
Pretty good job of making the tackle by Torres as he ran out of his shoe. He got enough of Ishmael to kind of slow him down, and then Harris came over with Johnson to put him on the ground. How do you match up if you're BC now? Because if they go man, which is what they're showing, look for a rub route right up here with this 3-receiver set.
Flag is out.
Let's start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
I mean, you've gotten down close like this, Tom. Jim Reed, the defensive coordinator for BC, has decided to come with pressure. See if he does it. Now he's going to get Landry back on the field, his premier pass rusher, Harold Landry, back on the field. And he'll be at the bottom of the screen as you watch the. Here's Landry right here. He's one of the best in the business in the ACC, coming off the edge.
12 penalties against the Orange. Ball at the 11, 3rd and goal. And inside now, 30 seconds to go in this quarter.
Milano right here, Landry right here. Those are their 2 best players.
5 receivers for the Orange into the end zone. Looking for Ishmael. Goes up and gets it. And it's a touchdown. What a catch. Steve Ishmael.
Boy, John Johnson looking at the referee there. Did he get his foot down? Ishmael, the big receiver at 6'2", 210 pounds. It'll be the left foot we're watching. Throwing the fader out to the slot. Look at the left foot. Left foot. Oh, does the right hand, the left hand come down before the foot? They'll take a look at this. Look at his left hand, left foot. Boy, I'm not sure. That's pretty close. They're going to have to take a look at this one. As we will here, looking at left hand, left foot. Is there anything distinguishable there? Remember, it's called a touchdown on the field. So is there something there that indicates that the hand, almost Tom feels like it looks like the hand may come down before the foot touches down.
You need indisputable video evidence. Our replay official is Steve McBride.
The field of a touchdown is confirmed.
There it is.
They confirmed it, so didn't just let it stand. They confirmed it, so they saw something definitive there.
Yeah, the officials this year, the ACC also working with the Command Center in Greensboro, North Carolina to ensure accuracy on the calls, and the collaboration decided that there was not indisputable video evidence to overturn the call on the field. Touchdown, Syracuse.
What a catch by Ishmael. 5-point catch, big-time play.
Steve Ishmael with his first touchdown catch of the season in spectacular fashion. And we're back after a word from your local ACC station.
It's been Southwest Florida's news eye in the sky for over a year.
And here we take you live to the Wink News Drone.
The Wink News Drone. The first and the best. Count on Wink News now.
Supreme Auto Collision has renovated their 60,000 square foot facility to better serve our community. This state-of-the-art repair shop makes it easy, convenient, and hassle-free with a Geico adjuster and enterprise car rental both on site. Family owned and operated by J.R. Nocera, Supreme Auto Collision is trusted by 13 insurance companies.
Hi, I'm J.R. Nocera. Let me, my staff, or any of my team take care of any of your collision needs. We've been here for 42 years, and that's not by accident.
Planning, cooking, cleaning? Not tonight. Not this mom or dad. Tonight is pizza night at your hometown family pizzeria, Il Primo Pizza and Wings. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we always have and always will serve fresh toppings, fresh dough, fresh wings. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Friendly service and a family atmosphere at a price that doesn't break the bank. Call ahead or order online on our website. Find out today why we are Southwest Florida's choice for a family night out.
They're coming from Transylvania, from the Black Lagoon. They're coming from everywhere.
Because now at Sutherland Nissan, if you have $500 and a job, you can drive a new Nissan. It's the Monster Savings Event. For a scary limited time, get 0% APR financing. New 2016 Titans, $10,000 off MSRP. Join the horde of monsters and people from all over Florida who bought a new Nissan and got another new Nissan from Sutherland. It's BOGO, and it's only at Southwest Florida's #1 Nissan dealer. Remember, if it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much.
We love using Storia Marble and Granite. We would recommend them to anyone who wants a family-owned business that pays close attention to detail and provides excellent customer service.
Visit us at 6181 Metro Plantation Road or at StoriaMarbleandGranite.com.
Hey, you feeling like a champion today? Tire Pros giving you the opportunity to be one. With the road to the championship sweepstakes, enter for a chance to win a VIP trip for two to the ACC Championship game in Orlando and a new set of Continental tires. Enter today at TireProSweepstakes.com.
Steve Ishmael feeling like a champion. Big-time play. When you're put up to bat by your quarterback, can you make a play? That makes your quarterback want to come back to you. Big play by Steve Ishmael.
Ishmael now having a career game. 8 receptions is a career high for 108 yards. After a fine performance last week against Virginia Tech for him, where he had 6 catches and 81 yards. Let's take a look at our Haviland Player of the Week. It is Eric Dungey, the sophomore quarterback for the Syracuse Orange. Dave Archer.
Been fun to watch him play today, and he obviously had a monster day against Virginia Tech a week ago. You see this there at the bottom of the screen, first player in Syracuse history to throw for 300, run for 100. We mentioned he's #2 in the ACC in total offense and right at 350 yards a game, trailing only Lamar Jackson. And he's had the same kind of day today. He's affected the game both on the ground and throwing the football. 341 yards in total offense so far today.
Yeah, 29 of 33 after throwing the ball 53 times against Virginia Tech and completing 28 of those for 311 yards in that win last week against the Hokies. Tolles has all day back there. Finally hit his man, Callanan, but the ball was jarred loose and was not completed.
And these are those situations where you got to expect the defender to be coming if you're Callahan. It's almost like he doesn't expect anybody to get there. It's a good decision by Tolles. He's looking for the deep shot. Nothing there. Drop it off to Callahan in the flat. Now, you got to expect somebody to get there. It's almost like he's turning on and not expecting any defender to be there. And a nice hit coming over to drop the hammer. Bird put the helmet on the ball right there by Winfield.
Last time BC had the ball, they went 11 plays. Took up almost 7 minutes on the clock and came away empty. This is Tolles. He's got room down the sideline. Patrick Tolles to the end zone for Boston College. And another big play for the Eagles, 75 yards.
Wow, the last guy you expect to go 75 is the 253-pound quarterback, Tolles. But Syracuse gets completely lost on the zone read. The corner to the short side of the field does not find the football. 28 looking the inside. Tolles skates around to the outside. Frederick, the corner. He's the guy that made the play on the play last time BC was in the red zone. He does not find the ball at all. And Tolles shows the athleticism and how about the accelerator down the sideline for a touchdown. Well, we go to the third quarter, and Patrick Tolles says, hey, don't go anywhere, because we're not going anywhere. BC right back in the game.
We protect what we love. Just as Haviland, with Deposit Shield, protects vital engine parts to protect your engine's performance, to protect your fuel economy, and to protect the environment. Protect what you love. Haviland. Protect what matters.
I was out here smoking instead of being there for my son's winning shot. That was it for me. That's why I'm quitting with Nicorette.
Only Nicorette Mini has a patented fast-dissolving formula. It starts to relieve sudden cravings fast.
Every great why needs a great how.
You need one big push.
Congrats! I hear you're having a baby. New York Life can help you manage your family's financial future, so you can relax and enjoy life's special moments.
Be good at life. New York Life.
Hi. Remember me?
Morgan Fairchild.
Over the years, things that used to be nice and firm can get a little saggy and baggy. Well, so does your old mattress.
No, it's saggy, all right.
Because after 8 years, a mattress contains dead skin, sweat, and dust mites.
Oh, gross.
So check your tag. If it's over 8, it's time to replace at Mattress Firm.
He's sweating?
Confident.
Koch Industries started in the heartland, and we've expanded to nearly every state. Today, that's more than 60,000 American jobs. You may not always see our name on the products you use, but we help make better food, clothing, shelter, technologies, and other necessities. Here, we build on each other's ideas to create more opportunities for people everywhere. Together, we are Koch.
Mellow Mushroom Stone Baked Pizza is clinically proven to improve your mood and leave you with a full belly. Ask your doctor about Mellow Mushroom. She may want to come with you. Again, and again, and again.
When you need tires, you don't need a hassle. Trust the pros at Tire Pros. Get the right tires at the right price without being pushed into buying something you don't need. Take the hassle out of tire buying.
Some people think all we do at Cornerstone is kitchen remodels.
We had heard about Cornerstone previously. We're not aware of their full capabilities, but after doing some research, found that they in fact do full home renovations.
We were thrilled to know that Cornerstone could do the full remodel in the time frame we required.
All the exterior windows and doors are brand new, and all 3 bathrooms were completely renovated.
At Cornerstone Builders, our full home remodels will wow you.
Make a connection at your Carolina Ford dealer today.
football rivalry moves into the fourth quarter. We check our third quarter stats, brought to you by the North Carolina Education Lottery. Celebrating 10 years, over $4.5 million raised, $1 billion raised. Learn more at nc-educationlottery.org.
Tom, this might be the funnest game I've ever done with this many penalties. You got 19 penalties between the two teams, but there's been explosive plays. There's been some mistakes that other teams have cashed in on. Fun game now. We've got a game here going into the fourth quarter.
Patrick Tolles just went 75 yards for a rushing TD. This is Riley, met at the 15-yard line. Okay, one more look at the TD. Prior to this, his longest rush of his career, 16 yards.
Yeah, watch these two players. Frederick, the corner, Ellison, the safety, are going to be sucked in on the play fake. Neither one find the football. Both are trying to pursue and stop the running back in the zone read. And Tolles pulls it and goes 75 yards for a touchdown. Dare I say Tom Wormy scores on the zone read on that play. Roddy, I don't know. That may be a double hamstring tear for a while.
It might be, Arch, but I was standing on the sideline. There was nobody close, so I think that you or Tom could have scored that touchdown.
Wearing my St. John's High School uniform, running down the sideline? Maybe. 1st and 10 for the Orange. Dungy, pressured. He's going to be pulled down. Harold Landry. And that pocket collapsed violently around the quarterback.
Well, we talk about Landry, but this is a team sack. They squeeze the pocket. Look at him crush the pocket. No place for Dungy to go. And Harold Landry kind of peeks in the ear hole of Dungy and says, how about them apples?
5th sack of the game for Boston College. A loss of 6 on that play. 2nd and 16. Dungy throwing from just in front of his own goal line, incomplete, and the BC pressure is coming, Dave.
Yeah, they're trying to move Dungy out of the pocket. They realize BC is having some success getting to their passer, so move him out of the pocket. The blitz stays in its lanes, pushes Dungy deep into the end zone, and he has to throw the football away.
3rd down for the Orange. Alumni Stadium crowd comes alive. 4 for 10 on 3rd down of the game for Syracuse.
Milano and Landry on the same side of the field.
They'll throw it to Amba and Atawo. Hops over the 20-yard line, but still will be short of the sticks. Up by the 23-yard line, 12 yards on the play. Aidem at the tackle.
Try to come with some pressure, but they're going to throw. This is the perfect call with pressure coming, is the jailbreak screen. Nice job by Atawo to hit it head, but just not enough room for him to scratch up and get the first down.
Number 20, Isaac Aidem from Worcester, Massachusetts, was the shaken up Boston College player.
Aidem had 7 starts a year ago. Big corner. They like his size. The sophomore, as you mentioned, Tom. Bagged up on that play, got in on the tackle, and it forced Syracuse in a punting situation. Now, we talked a little bit about Risley Esteem and his return ability. This cat right here now, Rouse, doesn't take a backseat to anybody when you start talking about returning kicks. Outstanding returner in his own right.
Hoffrook to the punt. And just inside his own 10-yard line. Got a piece of this one. Drove Rouse back to the 25-yard line. First 2 players miss. Rouse taken out of bounds, short of the 35. It's a 51-yard punt. The return is 9 for Rouse.
Sometimes one side of the ball fires up the other side. This BC defense has been coming all day. And here Dungy's feeling it.
Is that better? Can you hear me?
Whenever the moment strikes, you want to be ready. Mellow Mushroom Stone Baked Pizza can help you enjoy a more satisfying eating experience than you had with your first wife.
Swinging the rod in average flannel. Swinging the rod in Duluth Free Swinging Flannel. Duluth Trading free swinging flannel. Let freedom swing. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
Brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
I come slowly, slowly, slowly getting faster. Once I start counting, it's wearing on, baby.
I'm 90% sure the cart's moving.
It is so exciting. I could talk forever. Counting till I drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love counting.
Lease a new 2017 Toyota RAV4 XLE for $229 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
ACC football is brought to you by Geico, saving people money for over 75 years. By Coca-Cola. By your local Chevy dealers. By Haviland, official motor oil of the ACC. And by Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza.
The Old North Church, part of the great history of this city of Boston and nearby Chestnut Hill. Take 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. The Midnight Ride, all revealed.
So the total plays there, Syracuse at 59. They'd like to get to 85, and Boston College is limiting that. It was 1 if by land with Patrick Tolles the last time he touched the football. 75 yards for a touchdown.
Lost the 3 on that last play. Dave Harris Bennett had the tackle for the Syracuse Orange.
Boy, they've been good. Had to take the 2 linebackers, Bennett and Zaire Franklin, flowing to the football against the run game. Fun to watch.
Dave, our first and 10 line brought to you by the North Carolina Education Lottery, celebrating 10 years and over $4.5 billion raised for education. After the loss on first down, 2nd and 13 for Boston College. Tolles stands, delivers at midfield. That's Michael Walker, and this time he hangs on. 17 yards.
Play action fake, freeze the linebackers, create a crease in there, drag the slot receiver across the slot receiver coming to the inside, widen the hole. Walker works into that window. Nice anticipation throw from Tolles. One of those standard plays you have out of play action. Play action, double in route, clear that inside defender, throw the backside hole route.
4 of 13 passing for Tolles, 45 yards. Tolles again got rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and Tolles sent to the turf looking for Walker. All right, Haviland is giving you a chance to vote on this season's best offensive and defensive players and head coach. Visit theacc.com/fanvote to make your picks from across the league. Cast your vote today. So many great players to choose from in the ACC day.
Yeah, really interesting vote across the board. I would assume Lamar Jackson is going to get a lot of those offensive votes, but coaches and defensive players, a lot of football still left to be played as well.
DC will hand it off. Davon Jones. Oh, a stiff arm at the 42. Downright nasty as he gets tied up with Corey Winfield. 11 yards. Davon Jones and a first down. Boston College.
Well, he broke out the Walter Payton right here. This is a big-time stiff arm. Winfield, the young corner, the smallish corner. Give him credit. Give Winfield a ton of credit for hanging on and going on the Davon Jones ride. He hung on so long, and Davon Jones trying to go back to huddle. He still got Winfield hanging on him.
Don't forget, next Saturday, we'll see the Eagles again as they travel to Raleigh to take on NC State, which is running into a difficult situation on the road at Louisville, trailing 44-13. That'll be our game next week. Blitz at noon, flag is out, and Tolles sent it into the Syracuse bench.
The face here, that's what BC's offensive line signaling. If you see one there, you think hold, but
personal foul. Continuous hands to the face. Defense, number 33. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Look at Hodge, the linebacker, left side, right on left side of your screen. Right here we go. Trying to rush the passer. And some of that, Tom, when you get some penalties like that, from time to time you lose your concentration a little bit. Some of that has to do with just getting beat up a little bit up front. Syracuse has been pounded into submission, but they've been on the field enough to where you start to get a little bit angry. You start losing your poise a little bit there. And the hand slid up by Hodge there up into the face mask.
13th penalty against the Orange. Spots the ball at the 25. First and 10, Boston College. 21-17 at the middle. Tyler Rouse. 1 or 2 for Rouse.
Now you got to be concerned enough if you're Ellison, the safety, got beat on the zone read play and they've run the ball successfully. You can't come out of that middle of the field too quickly because Toles is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm throwing the ball for Steve Adazio.
You probably should have expected a close game between these teams. The last 4 meetings, 3 of those games decided by 10 points or less, and that includes last year. The last second field goal at the Carrier Dome to win the game 2017 for the Orange. Toles felt the pressure, gets away for the moment, and wisely decides to go out of bounds at the 22 of Syracuse.
For 6'5" and 253 pounds, really impressive the way Patrick Toles works in the pocket. Going to get some pressure around the corner right here. And he pushes out, steps out of it, is able to, kind of reminds you of kind of like what Roethlisberger looks like when he moves in the pocket a little bit.
3rd and 7. The Eagles 4 of 10. Darius Wade is in the game at quarterback for Boston College, number 4. On this 3rd down play, the lefty fires looking for Walker right near the 5-yard line. Collided with Ellison, incomplete.
I didn't see Toles because he was banged up by his stretch. Wade comes in the game, and obviously it is a run option, but we just saw Toles run for a touchdown. So not sure the substitution there to bring Wade in to throw that out route.
Just the 9th pass attempted on the season by Darius Wade. Now this is a 39-yard field goal attempt from Mike Knoll. He's already made one from 30 yards away. 39 yards away for Mike Knoll, and it's good for the Eagles. He's 2 for 2.
BC finding a way to hang in there. Can you scrape? Can you scrap? It's a 1-point game.
What average underwear feels like. What Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear feels like. Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear feels like wearing nothing at all. No pinch, no stink, no sweat. Get a pair only at DuluthTrading.com.
Tailgating is awesome. Unless you spend the whole tailgate waiting on your burger. The Bojangles Big Bowl Box has everything you need for a great tailgate party. And none of the cleanup.
Grab a Bojangles Big Bowl Box and feed the whole group with chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Is that iced tea?
Nope, it's lemonade.
Is that iced tea?
Lemonade.
Iced tea?
It's with these people, man. Lemonade. Read the sign. Lemonade. Read it.
Okay.
Delicious.
Iced tea at a lemonade stand? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Marin saved by switching to Geico.
It's lemonade, man.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Every journey starts somewhere. Have the power of a 395 horsepower Hemi V8 to finish it. With America's longest lasting pickups, you always hit the ground running. And with a coil-link rear suspension, keep the ground from hitting back. So you can cover a whole lot more of it. Get the power of lasting performance now during Ram Power Days. Get 20% off MSRP cash allowance for an average of $11,155 in savings on select Ram 1500 Longhorn Crew Cab models in dealer stock.
You're watching ACC football presented by Mellow Mushroom. Now let's take a look at what you, the fans, are saying on the Mellow Mushroom tweet-up. Dave, how about Eric Dungy?
Yeah,
Fun to watch.
He is fun to watch, no question about it. Going to get a chance to watch him for at least another year and a half.
The Cuse uniforms are awesome. To agree with that. They've got all kinds of combinations. By the way, Mellow Mushroom wants to give each of these fans $100 in pizza. Congrats. Look out for a Twitter message to claim your pizza. The Steam at the 6. The Steam up to the 27. There's a flag out. There's a flag out on the play. It's a 21-yard return. Again, there is a penalty marker.
During the return, holding number 41. 10-yard penalty, first down.
All right, let's go to Charlotte. Check in with Katie Witham, more on Lamar Jackson.
Well, Tom, it's been all Lamar Jackson, hasn't it, Stan?
Listen, clearly this is the best player in college football right now. Whether he's doing it in the air or on the ground, there simply is nothing he can't do at the quarterback position.
Louisville up big right now, guys. 51-13 in the fourth quarter. Tom, Dave?
Katie, thank you. Here it's 21-20.
You know, we saw Wade come in on that last play, Tom, and here's, look at the ankle gets pinned right here for Tolles as he gets the side. It kind of pulls up just a little bit at the back end of this. And he took a look at him on the sideline. The word we're getting from the sideline, we'll have Roddy check on it, is that he's okay and good to go, but he stepped out for one play.
Low snap to Dungy. Trying to go to Amba and Atawo, and it's too far for number 7 to reach it.
Boy, the key to this receiver is you got to get a jam at the line of scrimmage. How about the footwork for Editawo to get free? Oh, just a little bit too long. You get a big receiver like that, Tom, you like to put a little more trajectory on it. That's something that Eric will learn as he moves along to try to get that ball on his receiver, give the big guy a chance to catch the football.
352 yards passing for Dungy. Wants to run this one up the middle. Cuts it left and falls down shy of the 35-yard line. Gathered himself for just a moment there. 18 yards on the run by Eric Dungy and a first down.
Yeah, run an option again to the right side of the field, and it's right by Landry. And he kind of looked down strangely at the end of that play. You see him kind of hesitate to get up, so we'll have to keep an eye on Dungy as well.
He's got 15 carries in the game. He's looking for Editawo. One-handed grab. Amba Editawo will go to the end zone for the orange touchdown.
Tom, what did I just say? Put the ball with some trajectory and drop it on the big receiver and put him up the bat. Well, it didn't take Eric Dungy long to learn that. He just drops this down the chimney chute, puts the ball up the bat, and how about the one-handed stab by Amba Editawo? One hand reaches up, plucks it, pulls it out of the air, dispenses more on the ground, and the big fella strides into the end zone as he's now over 1,000 yards receiving on the season for Syracuse.
That play going for 68 yards to Amba Editawo. 7th 3D catch of the season. And Syracuse back in the end zone.
Eric Dungy realized, reeling a little bit on offense. What do you do? How about get it to the top receiver in the nation? Amba Editawo makes it an 8-point lead.
Whenever the moment strikes, you want to be ready. Mellow Mushroom Stone Baked Pizza can help you enjoy a more satisfying eating experience than you had with your first wife.
Fight heartburn fast with Tums Chewy Delights. The mouth-watering soft chew that goes to work in seconds to conquer heartburn fast. Chewy Delights. Only from Tums.
he never leave?
Why are you texting? My man at 2 a.m.
If you want someone to leave you alone, you pretend like you're sleeping. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Taking selfies in the kitchen does not make you a model. Okay.
Slowly, slowly, slowly getting faster. Once I started counting, it's wearing on, baby.
I'm 90% sure the cart's moving.
It is so exciting. I could talk forever. Counting till I drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love counting.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months on the new 2017 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Watching the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports, also streaming live on the ACC.com and on the official ACC mobile app. Patrick Tolles on that BC sideline had to watch the Orange get to the end zone thanks to Amba and Atawo. His 7th touchdown reception of the season. He now has 1,074 yards receiving this year for the Orange. This is Willis. He has already taken 1 back in the game. He gets up to the 25, maybe the 26. 22 yards on the return. Miles Willis.
We're looking to see if Patrick Tolles is going to answer the call. It looks like it's going to be Wade. We saw Tolles. The ankle can look like a hyperextension, maybe the foot or his ankle area, left ankle. And Darius Wade, a kid they had a lot of expectation for, broke his ankle 3 weeks into the season a year ago, missed the most of the year, back on the field.
So Wade, the sophomore from Middletown, Delaware, running the offense for BC. Drops it off to Jones, has to battle 2 Orange defenders, and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Wade got forced too deep that time, Tom. He wanted to sprint to the edge and kind of threaten the line of scrimmage with run-pass option. But really a nice job by Syracuse to force him deep, so he had to dump it off to the back. Really his only option. Start talking about reps and who's taking most of the reps. So obviously, most of those go to Tolles, but Wade's getting his opportunities to run the offense in practice. So this is not a foreign situation. And plus, he like I said, he played some last year, so his first time on the field.
Walker stumbles close to the 30. Tolles in the game day completed 4 passes on 14 attempts, 45 yards, but he did have that long touchdown run in the 3rd quarter of 75 yards. Right now, he's a spectator for the Eagles on that sideline.
Well, and if you're Syracuse defensively now, the quarterback scramble is much more in play. Tolles a little bit more stay in the pocket, can sometimes run for a first down for you. Obviously, you saw the long run with zone read. That's not his game. For Wade, it is definitely part of the game.
Don't forget, next Saturday, we've got the Eagles traveling to take on NC State on the ACC Network. Presented by Mellow Mushroom, our football Saturday game. It will be the Eagles and the Wolfpack. Last week, complete last year at NC State, Boston College lost 24-8, but beat them back in 2014. That's coming up.
This is what happens when you haven't played very much. Here comes the pressure, and Wade's got time to throw it. See him double clutch it. He didn't trust himself to turn it loose, and the double clutch allowed the pressure to get there from the interior. Had Darius thrown the ball on time right there, he had a chance for completion, but he double clutched. He didn't trust the throw.
Bounces at the 35, and down by the Eagles. That is a punt of 36 yards from Knoll. Time out on the field. Some BC legends honored on the field. Ruth, Flutie, Thurman. Also Luke Kuechly with his jersey retired. And we'll be back after a word from your local ACC station.
guy who's excited about the weather at 4:30 in the morning? What do you call a guy who reports live all night long from the middle of a hurricane?
Meteorologist Matt Devitt.
Meteorologist Matt Devitt.
Meteorologist Matt Devitt.
Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt. Mornings on Wink News.
Supreme Auto Collision has renovated their 60,000 square foot facility to better serve our community. This state-of-the-art repair shop makes it easy, convenient, and hassle-free with a Geico adjuster and enterprise car rental both on site. Family owned and operated by J.R. Nocera, Supreme Auto Collision is trusted by 13 insurance companies.
Hi, I'm J.R. Nocera. Let me, my staff, or any of my team take care of any of your collision needs. We've been here for 42 years, and that's not by accident.
There are sales, and then there's the City Mattress Fall Clearance Event. Up to 50% off everything you need to sleep, from mattresses, adjustable beds, to bedroom furniture. You can depend on City Mattress to deliver the same great quality, service, and selection you know us for, but now with our best prices of the year. Everything you need to sleep at our Fall Clearance Event going on now. Come in today to find out why it's called the Event of the Year.
They're coming from Transylvania, from the Black Lagoon. They're coming from everywhere. Because now at Sutherland Nissan, if you have $500 and a job, you can drive a new Nissan. It's the Monster Savings Event. For a scary limited time, get 0% APR financing. New 2016 Titans, $10,000 off MSRP. Join the horde of monsters and people from all over Florida who bought a new Nissan and got another new Nissan from Sutherland. It's BOGO, and it's only at Southwest Florida's #1 Nissan dealer. Remember, if it doesn't say Sutherland, you pay too much.
Bring your family.
And bring your appetite.
Simple, some of the best that Lee County's top restaurants have to offer.
There's something for every taste at the 3rd Annual Wing Taste of Lee.
We'll see you there.
The 3rd Annual Wink Taste of Lee Food Festival, Saturday, November 5th in Centennial Park, Fort Myers.
Welcome back. It's 2020. Syracuse leading Boston College. And when we talked to Sean Lewis, the co-offensive coordinator for the Orange, before the game, he mentioned having a spice rack of different receivers, guys that can do things in a lot of different ways. And they are our Chevrolet performance of the game. Amba Edatawa, 10 receptions, 144 yards and a touchdown. And a guy that Eric Dungy called out was Steve Ishmael, said he's looking for him to have a Steve Ishmael type game, and that's what he's done here today. 8 receptions, 108 yards, and a touchdown. Grizzly Esteem and Urban Phillips also contributing. They certainly have quite the collection of receivers, Arch.
Well, that'll definitely add a little flavor to your dinner right there. Oh, nobody's, I'm all alone here. No, I thought that was a pretty cool way of calling out his receivers and what they bring to the table. A little bit of different from each guy.
What's he got?
Certainly a spice rack.
Like a tarragon and oregano, some dill?
A little flavor, yeah, okay.
Some thyme, maybe? Strickland.
Speaking of time, they would like to try to bleed time. And Tom, this is not necessarily Syracuse's bag now. They would like to bleed some clock here. The run game has not been their friend today. BC's really done a nice job against the Syracuse run game. So how do you move, how do you bleed clock and still get first downs when you're a throwing team? Well, you're going to try to do some of this right here, a little wide play, maybe a screen play or something like that, trying to bleed the clock down here, take some time off the clock.
88 rush yards in the game for the Orange. That play clock continues to dwindle. They'll keep it on the ground. That's Strickland again. Now that brings up 3rd and relatively long for the Orange as Cadillac made the tackle for BC.
Good job by Milano there too, Tom. Milano forced the play back inside. Cadillac was able to make the tackle for the defensive end spot. Now, you got to throw the football if you're going to get a first down. You're not going to run for a first down unless it's a scramble by Dungy. Looks like BC's coming with pressure.
420 yards passing, a career high for Dungy. He'll add to it. First down, Orange, and it's a steam into BC territory before he's dragged down to the 47. 16 yards. Dungy and the Orange convert on 3rd down.
The extension of the run game, it's the jailbreak screen to Steen. These 2 slot receivers have worn him out. Here he is right here in the slot. Going to come back to the inside, get some blockers out in front, really kind of setting up a punt return for Steen is all you're trying to do. Get a hat on somebody, give him a little crease. Outstanding quickness from Grizzly Esteem. Now go back into what they want to do is obviously run clock here, leading in the game. They would like to try to knock this down as much as they can.
Handoff to the 42-yard 30-yard line and 5 yards for the Orange. Here's a look at our Toyota game summary. For summaries of other ACC games, go to the Toyota Game Center on the ACC.com, Dave.
Well, BC only 45 yards passing. That's hurt them, but give the BC defense and their special teams a ton of credit. It's kept them in the game to where we're in a one-score situation here with the waning moments of the game.
Boston College with 276 total yards, 231 of those on the ground for the Eagles. That includes the Tolles run for a touchdown in the third quarter of 75 yards, but he has since left the football game. O'Neal near the 40-yard line with a freshman from Gastonia, North Carolina, taken down after a 4-yard carry.
Another third down situation here. Jailbreak screen was in the offense, going to that 3-receiver set into the boundary. They throw that quick screen to the top.
5 of 12 on third down for the Orange, and flags have come out.
False start. Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Wow, 15 penalties for Syracuse. They just been plagued by making mistakes. That'll be a focus for Dino Babers in his practices next week. They get back to Syracuse, trying to not beat yourself. A lot of dead ball fouls for the Syracuse offense today.
Orange trying to validate that victory against Virginia Tech last week at home. Their first.
It was getting late, and I decided I was going to go take a shower. I felt something brush up against me. And it was the shower curtain. I just kind of brushed it off, so I didn't really pay too much attention to it, because I know sometimes when you're taking a shower, you know, there's a breeze or the door opens or something, and the shower curtain moves. It started feeling like it was getting closer.